Okay, I've started recording. I hope this actually works and doesn't... I hope I didn't start recording just for this to not work.
Yeah, it says you're in my game, which is good because I saw a menu option there talking about linking my accounts to yours or something. It was like, no more of this crap.
Oh, shit! What? Oh, God!
Oh, so, what?
Oh, no!
Oh, you're inside?
Help! 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 Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Run!
Oh.
Run! Run! Run!
I didn't know they'd start you...
Oh, God!
I've got to slow down.
Why?
That's a good start. They're still behind us. We made distance, though. We should be okay.
Fuck!
Yeah, I invited you from on top of that structure, it's worth noting, not inside. The game was like, fuck it, let's throw them into the mix right away.
I'm loading in, I see a loading screen, I just hear meat slapping noises and... What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Fun. All right, I'll let you take point because you've been playing this a little bit longer than I have. Maybe you can give me a little bit of... I don't expect you to teach me, but, you know, I'll just kind of follow you and maybe you can kind of give me information as we do whatever.
Not super meaningfully changed from... Oh, hello. Don't forget to dodge.
Oh, yeah, I did forget, in fact. Yep. Dodge, dodge. I need it. Whoa, they're faster this time around. I need to get my regular weapon out.
Plague zombies. Help. Oh, no, why did I say help? I don't actually need you to help. Sorry.
All right, I need help at least figuring out my controls here.
Okay. Yeah, you... Oh, God, we are in, like, terrible territory for this.
Oh, I'm glad that I got a good start.
Yeah. Where the place you drove to just digging around is horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
It's actually kind of amusing that I failed right off the get-go.
We need to find a car and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we'd have one if I didn't crash it.
Ah, shit. Okay, well, I guess we need to look around and hope to God we find one.
There we go. When I reloaded, it was just gone, so hopefully they responded somewhere. It wasn't damaged or broken. It was just in a place that was, you know, I was stuck. I can see
it on the map. Let's turn around and go grab it. Okay.
All right, so yeah, I don't even understand all this plague zombie nonsense. That's excuse me, that's new to me. Plague cores or whatever. Whatever. Yeah, you go ahead.
For now, let's just focus on getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Everywhere that's red on the map is plague zombie territory, so we want to get to where it's not red anymore.
Oh, you mean like the background or the red indicators, like what we're looking at here as we go to the gas station?
Both.
Oh, okay. Because my map does the go ahead.
We're gonna need gas, but if we raid a gas station, we should be covered.
Snotes.
Snotes.
Snotes. I love that. That's great. Yeah, at this point in time, I don't know yet where to get gas, how to get gas. Like, this is literally my first time really extensively going beyond the initial base that they start you with. So this is all virgin territory to me.
All right. For now, just to get us out of this bad situation, I found a gas station on the map. I'm gonna vote let's hop in here and go raid it real quick.
That's probably a good idea.
Excuse me. Hey, starting off the recording by blowing my throat out was always a good decision.
You started with action.
Yeah. We start these recordings slow generally. That was an intense start.
Yeah, see, on my end, it was the 28 days later start, where I did all the complaining about the Xbox Live crap. For you, it was the 28 weeks later start. Just jumping right into it.
Nearby,
I left my wife behind.
Be secured.
Yeah, I guess you did. I'm a female character, so I don't know what my story is.
Let's see. No need to check this place for zombies necessarily. We can probably just jack the fucking fuel right here. Oh, interesting. I raid some loot spots and you raid others. Okay, this loot spot I can't touch. It's designated for you.
Oh, curious.
Loot is automatically shared.
That's how it works. Okay.
Oh, up on the D-pad for your flashlight, by the way.
Ah, helpful. Okay, yeah, very helpful.
Yeah, I'm only entitled to 2 loot spots here, which makes sense. I am a guest in your world, after all.
I suppose so.
Oh, what the fuck?
Do it.
Fuck you.
All right. Yeah, and the horse you rode in on.
Yeah, all the shit you rode in on. It doesn't matter what you rode in on. Fuck all of it. There's a shelf over there near to where he broke in that's designated as a loot spot for you.
Hmm.
Where's the other
Is
loot
it this
spot
right
for
here
me?
you're talking
I'm
about?
gonna check the back. Yeah, over there. I'm gonna check the back to see if there's
Oh,
any
here.
loot back here. Maybe the roof? I'm gonna check the roof.
It's something.
Oh, you can get clothes? Cool.
Yeah, you can customize survivors' outfits now.
My memory is, yeah, in the first game, you just
couldn't.
had to... yeah, that's right. I remember every now and then I'd get, like, duplicate characters. Some were better than others, but they had the same outfits.
Yeah.
Forgot all about
So,
that. Have you gotten to that?
go take them out for a stroll near the hordes.
Yeah, well, you know, I took them sightseeing, and they were a very adventurous type, or so I decided before. Their adventurousness got them annihilated.
It's a special variety of killing off useless NPCs or useless characters. When it's, by all means, it is not presented as the player making the choice at all. It's honestly just that character was so fucking stupid they went and got themselves killed immediately upon joining the group.
Yeah, it happens.
You're playing,
Or so I told myself. Go ahead.
Play them as the MPs, the fucking characters that everybody bitches about in zombie movies.
You're right, actually.
This one gas pump, by the way, is mine, but the other one is yours, apparently.
Oh, that's what the yellow icon is. Okay, sorry.
I found a gas can as well, so I can refuel the truck.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, consumable. Okay, that's different from the first game. Interesting. I wonder if these are finite gas tanks.
Oh, and you want? Here's one more thing. Come back here and look at the back of the car. Hang on.
It looks like you're reading the license plate.
Oh shit, that wasn't
There
right.
doesn't really seem to be much in here.
Wait. Oh fuck.
Sack of cooking oil.
I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Silly me. Wait.
What were you trying to do?
Okay, I can do this. I can stuff up to 6 of the rucksacks of loot in there.
Oh, okay. I threw one in, so I don't know if
Okay.
that's what you're talking about or not.
Yeah, the first
Very
game
cool.
didn't have that. You had to mod it.
Yeah, see, I'm so used to having done that because it was a mod. You told me one of the last times we spoke about these games that was a mod. I was so used to it, I'd forgotten that wasn't a feature.
Yeah. All right, well, we've refueled the car. We even got a bunch of extra gas, which we stuffed in the back. That has to be refined through a base, though, before you can turn it into a gas can.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's an extra mechanic then.
Yeah. Remember on State of Decay 1, you're never too sure what a lot of the resources did? State of Decay 2 makes it where a lot of it can just be directly turned into useful resources.
Okay. That's
All
pretty
right.
cool.
All right,
One
well-
thing that what
ahead.
is all this nonsense about the plague territory, the site not being secure? What is all that? Yeah, what is all that?
So this being at a later state in the supposed infection of State of Decay, the zombies have evolved, and there are certain points where a bunch of zombie corpses have melded together to form plague hearts that are generating the blood plague. Blood plague makes zombies stronger, faster, and also makes them infectious. You may see in the bottom left above your map screen, you've got a little infection meter, right? Because I assume you got hit at some
Oh,
point.
yeah. I thought that had to do with my infected character at the start. Okay, continue.
Well, you do start with one character that's infected, and that's how they teach you how to cure them.
Mm.
But, yeah, if that meter fills up from getting smacked by infected zombies, that character gets infected with the blood plague, and if they are not cured in time, they will turn into a zombie.
Oh, okay. I thought that was just a story thing, but I don't know why I would have assumed that, because that's how it went in the first game.
Yeah, I guess they implemented it because they simultaneously wanted to have a zombie infectee mechanic, because that's so important to zombie mythos, but at the same time, they didn't want to retcon State of Decay 1, because in State of Decay 1, you could get bit and not get infected at all. It was fine.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm
All
going
right.
to go back to where I think your base is. I assume your starting base is the same one that I had.
I think so. I think regardless of what character you choose, you are heading towards it. It's a visible icon on my map. It's orange. I don't know if it shows for you or not.
It does.
We're pointing right at it. Yeah. All right. Oh, I forgot what I was just gonna say. It doesn't matter. We'll get the hang of things here. But yes, I went flying out because again, in my first game, the one that I only, again, the unofficial one that I only played for a couple minutes past the opening, I only covered a very small area of ground, and so this time I thought, well, I want to see what's out there. I want to see how big the map is, and while I didn't, of course, explore anywhere near the breadth of it, I thought, well, let's just how far can I go before I decide, it's too much, let's turn back. And apparently saved in a very bad spot. I would not have known
Oh, Jesus.
how to... Yeah, I saw that.
Well, let's get the fuck away from him. Oh, Jesus, he's running as fast as we're driving.
I think we made it away. I don't see him now.
I don't see him either. That was.
I guess that was a
alarming. Yeah, that was a feral.
Okay. Yeah, I had the option of turning those off in the game, but I thought, well, I should probably play the standard experience. But then I forgot that no, after a while, in my modded game, I would turn off all the special zombies because they became too much of a pain in the ass. So this will be, you know, a little bit more of a jumping in head first kind of experience for me.
They do allow you to adjust your difficulty settings on the fly. I want to know.
Even in multiplayer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's quite welcome.
You can also manage how much loot spawns, how much food your base consumes.
How's the patient?
I saw that.
Actually, I feel like I'm getting better. Well, you're not, so stay in bed. And you, go drop that sample in the supply locker.
I'm gonna deposit plague samples, evil plague juice, and you can use that. You can spend that to heal your sick people.
Okay, so yeah, there's like I'm not even used to the UI yet.
Yeah, no problem.
Oof. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. I mean, again, you have a little bit more experience here than I do.
Yeah, it's no problem. I got stuff to look over in my own inventory and shit.
Makes sense. Okay, so what exactly is the plague sample? Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Little baggie full of pills.
The way you can heal them, I think, is going over to the infirmary yourself.
Okay, because it says select the plague sample in your inventory and press A to deposit in my supply locker. Is that what it wants me to, or are you saying that I should, in fact, go over and directly deposit it in the area over there?
Oh yeah. Deposit it from your inventory first, and then go over to the infirmary.
Oh, okay. So so our base, it's a little bit more interactive than in the first game.
Yeah.
The first game, okay. Yeah, it used to be these things were more or less just visual, but now I'm seeing all these icons and shit, so I guess they actually have individual purposes. Cool. I like it. Oh, yeah, use infirmary, so there it is. All right, so being that our survivor does have the plague, my character's, well, not this character, but whatever, one of the two girlfriend characters I start with, am I supposed to then currently be doing anything, or is she okay? How can I tell?
Well, did you activate the procedure at the infirmary to start healing her?
The first time before I started playing, yes. There she's getting up to fight me about it. Oh, no, she's got back down. She's all right. I don't feel like arguing today. Yeah, like right now it even says deposit the plague sample into my supply locker, which I thought I did, but I guess maybe I didn't. Oh, I did not. I put some spare in the supply locker. Okay, but not the mission required piece of the same item, I think. Either way, so let's see now. There we go. Okay, yep, there we go. Make some blood plague cure. Wait, no. Huh? Okay, well, it's taking it to figure this out. It said to put the stuff in the...
You need another... give me...
Oh, I thought I put 2 in. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I've got another one if you need one. Let me see. I should have a good
Well, how many do we need? It looks like 4 are in the supply locker. Oh, that's just it. I think I put them in my supply locker. I'm supposed to be taking them out. Okay, yeah, all right. That's a UI thing. I got it. I got it. Wait, no, I don't, apparently. Okay, all right, then.
Continue depositing plague samples into your supply locker until you have enough for a cure 0 out of 1.
Okay, let me do this again. Now it should be 4 out of 5, right? No?
Well, it says you need one more. Let me just... Hang on. I've dropped it on the ground. There you go. That should be one more for you.
Hey there,
I pulled from my own personal supply.
Okay, I'm definitely not liking the fact that the characters move a little bit past when you let go of the stick. That's gonna take some. That's gonna take some.
Rockstarism, yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. Just needs to. I need to get used to it.
I remember. I'm pretty sure that in the first day of Decay, I actually lost a survivor because of that. I had a character.
Really?
Yeah, I had a character fall to their death from Lookout Point because they moved a little bit farther than I told them to.
You had a survivor commit suicide. It doesn't get much darker than that.
Well, it happened by accident, so it wasn't really a suicide. It was just simply they went up there to check the things out, and while they're up there, they fucking slipped and went, oh, shit! Splat.
That's pretty awful.
All right.
Fucking
I have the
grisly.
cure. You should be back on your feet in no time.
All right.
Okay, so now I actually have to... All right, so I deposited it in the locker. Then, while it was still in the locker, I came over here and then activated the process, correct? Is
Yeah,
that what I
all the
just did?
facilities will pull from the supply locker for the resources they need.
Okay, all right. There's a couple little extra steps here then from the first game, which is perfectly fine. It's just going to take some getting used to is all.
Yeah.
The good news, I've got the cure. You just need to wait a little longer because I'm a bastard.
Yeah, I've decided to hold out on you because, yeah, fuck it.
I hope this medicine works fast.
Pretty neat that there's actual cutscenes this time instead of just the character staying there, you know, in model, or not in model, what's the word? Like in the first state of Decay, like...
Idling.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, well, hang on, I guess let me...
That
Oh,
kind of mindset
all right.
is crucial if we're going to keep surviving out here on our own.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Celebratory leap.
Yeah.
What we just went through.
Woo!
And that starts by
Yeah.
making this town safe for us and anyone else living here.
All right. It's a pretty good fucking vertical leap. They're like that's
It
like
is.
3-4 feet up. Yeah.
Like a good place to start.
All right. Oh, I just realized that I've been dropping my cardio because of that.
We need
Fills
to
up
keep
nice
our
and
home
fast though. That's
safe,
good.
Rather than go
Oh,
on
yeah.
hunting expeditions. We can make this place a lot friendlier if we use some building materials.
Okay. Yeah. Are you hearing them talk as well, or is that just
Yeah.
on my end?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
here.
All right. So the map is select. Okay. Let me. Yep. Well, can I enlarge the map? Yeah. There we go. Oh wow. That's. Well, it seems like a big map, but I don't know. Maybe it's not super big in relation to the first game. Hard to tell. Hard to tell.
I don't know whether or not this is all there is, or if there's more. I don't know.
Well, I do see a map exit at the bottom, but that might be... Oh, no, that's upgrading my command center or whatever. I mean, it's fine. The first game was really
no,
big.
it's you need to upgrade your command center to access it. What I'm not for sure about is whether the map exit actually takes you to a new map, or if it's like the RV and Breakdown. It just refreshes all the loot.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the latter, but, yeah, obviously I have no experience with that. I can't say.
Yeah.
I feel like I was going to say something a little bit ago that was of importance, but if so, it'll come up again. It's fine. Is there an easy way to switch characters?
Yeah, go over to, oh, you don't have beds.
Should I at this point?
You can swap characters, otherwise you can swap characters by pressing select, then right bump bring over to your community.
Okay.
And it should be
Interesting.
Press X to take control of any of your survivors, which I believe I can send my dude that I'm playing as right now, Sean. I can send him the fuck home if I want to.
Home is in like that
Back
makes
to my
him.
world.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, so that means that you could then take control of one of my characters instead. Like you
Nope.
could if you want. Oh, you can't.
Nope, I would be
That
sending
actually
Sean back
makes
to my
sense.
world, and taking over one of the guys from my world will come in to replace him.
Okay, yeah. See, I was wondering about that because I figured if you could just control one of my characters and get them killed, that would kind of suck.
It would. I'm replacing
Ah.
Sean right now with Caesar from my world. Who?
Okay, I think
for
Caesar's the character. Sorry, you go ahead.
Caesar, for whatever reason, is carrying a trunk full of pizza, so I'll be depositing that for you. Here you go.
Nice.
Here's 4 pizza.
Off another delivery.
You're welcome.
I shall take the pizza. That works for me. Okay, what happens if we start with the same characters though? Because I think I have the option of playing as Caesar, and it's Caesar and his boyfriend or something, right?
No. Caesar was a guy I found
His
just out in
sister.
the wilds.
Oh, okay. Because I know that one of the possibilities when you start the game is a Latino and his sister.
I started with the black brother and sister, Mazzy and Sean. And
Okay.
then I got the Marine veteran Warren, who I think for you has a different name. McNeil, was that?
Monet McNeil?
Yeah, and... Okay, yep. And the doctor for you is named Gil, but for me, he's named Vargas.
Okay, so what happens if you try and bring, for example, your McNeil into my game?
I can do that right now. Give me just a
Oh,
moment.
so we can have two of the same character?
Yes, we are identical here. We're twins, actually, separated at birth.
This is going to make the other survivors really confused.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since your character just came out of nowhere. Did you just try to push me? Oh, she dodged. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, then let me. Wait. Why is he following me? Why is Gil following me?
I'm gonna switch to
Or
the
is he?
Caesar guy because I've
Yeah,
not played him yet, and if he dies, it's not really that important.
we're already we're already deciding who can live and who can die. We're barely into the game. We're already making like life choices for these people. I love it.
You gotta make these decisions, man. It's a zombie apocalypse. It's a hard life.
Yeah, it's gonna happen sooner or later. All right. Let's see. Inventory. I mean, I'm still at the point to try to figure out what the buttons do. Excuse me. Okay, yeah. Quietness, ease of use, max durability. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the first game then. Bags of snacks, bandages. Okay, so all right, like you were saying about building or making the beds again. Like is that something I should have done by now? Is that something I was even able to have done yet at this point?
Nope. It's probably something they want you to do now, but we're gonna have to go gather building supplies. You know, classic state of decay.
Right. Okay. One thing that I did, excuse me, I don't know much about this game yet, obviously, but I watched a brief tutorial that I didn't get to finish because the internet was making things chug. But one thing that I read, two things I shouldn't say I read, two things I saw. One of which is that apparently you can access your the inventory and all that of let's see, let me see if that's actually correct here. I think how do I damn it? Okay, I guess I'm pressing the wrong button there. Well, okay. How do I get on top of this damn thing? How did I do that before? No.
I don't think you can climb on top of a vehicle. Otherwise, that'd be too easy of an answer to zombies in a lot of situations.
That's actually, see, that's exactly what the video was showing. It showed somebody on top of a car, and the person made the point of saying you want to do this because from the top of the car the zombies can't get you, but you can still access the inventory of the car. This was a year ago, so that might have been patched out. I don't know. Go ahead.
That sounds like something that would be patched down. That sounds like an
fuck. Yeah, it did. Yeah, the guy actually made a point of saying, like, you want to do this because it's a safe way of, like, it actually, the video showed him surrounding by zombies, standing on top of his car, just calmly accessing the inventory, so that kind of sucks. I mean, it's fine, especially if it was an unintended thing, but, yeah, kind of, that's a little bit of a bummer. The other thing I was going to say from that video is that the person did say, and again, I guess we can't rely on it now, the person said that generally you don't really want to bother with beds because he actually showed like a mathematical breakdown of how the beds don't really make any difference. It's just a morale thing.
That would make sense. It would feel really dumb for your characters just to sleep on the floor, but I guess, classic video game, what's the word? Trying to get as much from nothing as you can.
I'm sure I've heard the term that you're referring to, but off the top of my head, I'm not sure what you mean. Dodge. Oh, that's kind of neat what we just did.
My character is swinging a fucking drive shaft.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh yes. I thought it was a. Oh my god, like one of those. Like a table leg. I thought it was a table leg.
Oh yeah, that was one that existed in the previous game. That's right. I don't know if it's still here.
It wants me to activate a new mission, which I can, but I guess before I do that, the other thing I was going to say about the beds is every base, do we know yet if every base is set up the same way that this one is, in the case that all the possible stuff you can build is already, like, planned out, and it's just up to you to fill it in? Or do you yourself
that's
still
classic
have...
State of Decay, I know.
No. In the first State of Decay, you had, like, well, you had separate areas where you could build stuff, but what you built there was more or less, to some extent, up to you.
Oh yeah, that's still the case.
Okay, because in that base up there, for example, where you said that we needed beds, there already was one bed set up. So I didn't know if that meant I could have. Go ahead.
Yeah, there were some cots there, I guess, because the game designers figured that would be where you built your beds, and they just put that there ahead of time. But I'm sure you could tell them right now to build a kitchen instead, and your characters would have to either move their cots elsewhere or just stop sleeping.
Okay.
That's quite a little infestation over there.
Spiroli Station has severity 1 infestation. Okay, so there's severity levels. Interesting. I guess is that do plague hearts get created, or is there like do they just show up on their own, or is that something we can stop?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
I know that plague hearts will create infestations if you wake them up, because apparently
this
if you...
whole place is infested.
I don't know how you
Sure
wake up a
about this?
plague heart, though.
I would assume just by noise or beating on it.
Can you clear it out?
Suppose I have to try.
Oh,
Shit.
screamers. Okay. I don't know why I wouldn't have. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know why I would have assumed that they weren't, but that kind of took me by surprise.
Oh. I like it.
Yeah, I thought the same.
Oh.
That line is actually followed with a rather offensive slur. He after he says "I like it," they start very briefly grappling with the gun, and the one who says "I like it," he's like something like "No, F slur, get your own," or something along those lines.
And of course.
Yeah, so I won't be repeating that.
Not a bunch of chill dudes, Clarence Boddick.
No, kind of assholes those gang members.
Well,
Okay. Sorry.
Well, we cleared
I'm
them
gonna
out. I suppose we can check what this gas station has if we want to.
Was it just happenstance that we came here, or was that part of the mission? Because I have a thing there saying to pick a mission.
It's just it's State Decay. You can go where you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
I just right. See if they dance or not. I just did not know if that was a story-driven mission because in the first State of Decay they pretty much right away send you to the veterinarian's office to get supplies.
It's time to see who else is out here.
No, they don't really give you anything. They give you things they want you to do, but they don't force you to do anything.
Okay.
In this one. But yeah, I remember the first Day of Decay, it was actually kind of a pain in the ass starting the campaign, because initially it'd be like, go to the veterinarian's office, then go to the farmhouse, then look for another place for us to move to.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing to where they had you do a little bit, for my own personal taste, they had you do a little bit too much in every new game, before you could get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Little bit too much of a long tutorial, as far as I was concerned. But, I mean, obviously I still love the game, so it's fine.
Yeah. Ooh. Of course, there's still things they're going to want you to do, but they don't really force you to do them this time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Why am I searching the air conditioning unit on the top floor, on the roof?
If they let you do it, that means that there's, I guess, a good reason. Or at least your character is assuming.
I've got parts and circuitry from it. Well,
there you go, see?
My character just cracked the fucker right open and went, I want this stuff.
Yanked out the wires directly.
Oh. This will be the
making Vince
electrician's
McMahon
problem.
noises.
Yeah.
Well, at this point in life, I'd say fuck the electrician. He's probably already dead. He's been consumed.
Yeah. Oh. Poor bastard.
Yeah.
I saw a zombie out here. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna beat him to death.
That's a good idea.
I
think
like
we
it.
should commit to that plan.
Better
You!
not screw around here if I want to avoid blood.
You.
Oh, you're gonna sneak?
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just stopped as soon as I saw what you were doing, but my character again he continued moving a little bit more, and that's what triggered the zombie.
Plague sample. Yay.
Okay, so they have drops. The zombies. They
The
can
plague zombies have a chance to drop plague samples, which are of course what you use to cure the plague.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we can just keep. Should we, have to? We can keep harvesting the plague zombies then to always have a supply.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's a
that's
bunch
pretty
of gas
cool.
pumps out here for you to harvest. Damn.
Yeah, that's. Oh, you know what? Then they probably are finite. There's probably a limited amount of gas stations in the world. Because why wouldn't there be?
Yeah. I'm not allowed
Right.
to search these, by the way. These are you exclusive.
Should I? I mean, we don't have a vehicle, so I didn't know if I should grab everything I can or what.
Hell, if you can remember that you didn't loot these for later.
Let's see how. Well, we're not far from the base. Yeah, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Hang on though. Sorry. Go ahead.
Anything you can't carry, you can dump on the ground. I'll pick it up for you.
Are we okay in the... I'm trying to think what the limits were in the first game. I guess the first game doesn't matter because it's obviously a different game, but what is our limitation to how many... I can't remember what the term was. We've got the stuff that we can keep in our backpack, like the actual items that our characters can use, but then we have like the actual
The rucksacks.
supplies. The supply rucksacks, exactly. Can we only carry those like one
Yep.
One at
same,
a time?
Same as the first game, only one
Oh,
at a time.
okay. Okay, so unless we... Okay, alright, yep, sounds good then. Okay. What do you think? Should I grab it then? You want to just head back to base? Or over in this direction we have... I guess we have a Plague Heart already over there? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can go
It
clear
says-
that out in a minute. I think the story missions will ask you to do it soon anyways.
Okay, then in that case we just go back to base. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, if there's anything you can't carry, I can pick it up.
Nothing we can use.
Oh.
Ah! Bullshit.
Oh, okay, well... they're giving me an option for fast search, which my memory, of course, in the first game is that the more you do that, the more likely you are to make noise. But so far that hasn't happened to me, so I don't know if that's... I'm assuming that's still a factor.
I believe so, but I believe it's based off your character. It's a % chance based off your character's wits. So if your character has a high wits score, they're unlikely to do it.
I think the first game was like that, wasn't it?
I believe so. There's still one more pump back here you haven't checked.
Oh, so there is. Well, my girl must be pretty smart, because she hasn't made any noise yet.
That's
Sweet.
not going to fit.
It is a bundle of premium fuel cans, and I cannot fit.
Son of a bitch.
So, do I have to... So, okay, so even though I've searched it, you can't even access it then.
No.
Okay, very, very strict. Not necessarily for a bad reason, but very strict.
If you
Okay.
look in there and then dispense the stuff on the floor, though, I can pick it up.
Okay, so I have to do that to be able to drop it. I can't actually just drop anytime.
You
Wait,
might be able
I
to...
see the prompt. Yeah, let me look. Yeah, I can. Okay, so I just need to fill up. Let's see, was it a weight thing or was it? No, yeah, it was a weight thing.
I think it's an inventory slot thing until you get a backpack upgrade.
No, I still have 3 backpack slots.
Oh, son of a bitch! Your character just
Yeah,
Your character just says, "Fuck that! I'm not carrying that."
I'm just wondering because I don't see anything. Like I see the things here saying what everything weighs. Like when I highlight an item, it says what that item weighs, but I don't see anything saying my. No, actually, no. My weight is perfectly fine. Why can't I?
No
Hang
room for
on.
that.
Oh, is it because it's a rucksack? Is it a rucksack?
I mean, the icon does. Oh well. Oh, it is. It is. It's a 10-pound. 10-pound bundle of premium fuel cans, which I. Oh, fuel resource. Yes. Yeah. So I
Okay.
can't carry it because. Wait. Why can't I carry it then?
Because you've already got a rucksack.
I'm confusing rucksack with backpack. Okay. All right. Can I drop the rucksack? Not that I need to right now, obviously, but I'm just wondering how I would go about doing that.
I'm not sure that you have to. You might be able to go in here into the fuel pump and then simply mouse over or, cursor over the rucksack that's inside it and then press Y, I think is the drop button.
Oh, are you suggesting... Okay, wait, sorry.
I think
Okay,
I
so
did-
you're
I
saying...
did that with the trunk of your car earlier, I think. Yep,
There we go. Okay, all right.
Looks empty.
All right, I'll dispense this. Let's dispense these motherfuckers back at your base.
All right. I'm going to take... You know what? Let's test and see what the tethering is. I'm gonna go to my base the other direction.
Okay. I'll go the regular way. You go that way, I'll go home.
Yeah, I was going to say... You go that way, I'll go home.
Caesar,
They-
your fat ass. You're already tired.
My character just ran out as well. But I then did just upgrade my cardio while running, so that's pretty good. You know, they let us get pretty fucking far away from each other, more than I would have thought.
I'm very much
I mean, obviously
surprised
this
by
is not like
too.
crossing the map far by any means, but I mean, we're good, I don't know, like several hundred yards away from each other.
Yeah, I wonder...
I just went to the wrong spot as well. I went to the wrong icon. Never mind. You are going to the right spot.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm not used to what all the icons are. I see
no,
a
it's
yellow
fine.
thing. Well, your thing over there is your icon is yellow. Over here, I went to one that's orange. I guess the orange means it's story progress.
yeah, I'll make my way to you. Oh,
No, I'm coming back. It's no problem.
Okay.
I mean, if you're a base, that's where I need to be. So
over
far,
here.
so good. Oh, what's up?
Up the hill.
I'm-
Here you go.
Oh, you went back that way. Okay, well, all right,
Yeah,
then
you
what
can
am I looking at over there? What the fuck? All right, where are you headed?
You're looking at... did I do that? No, I didn't. For whatever reason,
Yeah, there's-
you marked the military quarantine section.
Oh, well, being that I was trying to figure out the UI, I can see that I would have done that. Oh, that's right. It was saying to pick a new mission, so I was like, is that what they want me to do?
Huh?
Okay, there we go. All right. Yep, no problem.
Now we got a whole load of gas to drop.
That we do.
I've already deposited 4 gas.
Hey,
All right. So is it the
and-
same where you
yeah,
just
Deposited
you have to
the-
deposit it? Sorry.
Yeah, sadly, you can't put it in the supply locker like you put everything else. Rucksacks have to be dropped in the supply area. The storage area? Yeah, storage area.
I mean, it's more realistic this way, so I can appreciate it.
And you can go there to convert the gas resource into gas cans for refueling your cars and convert the ammo resource into random ammo types for your guns.
So the only reason, okay, so we can. All right. First of all, do you know if there's a limit to how much we can stockpile?
I don't know. I'm sure you remember as well as I do from the first day of Decay that there was a soft limit that once you got to it, your survivors would start getting wasteful with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that mechanic's still here, because that was a mechanic that people would have complained about a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
I mean, it
difficult to say.
doesn't. Yeah, it is, because I'm not seeing anything here saying that there's a limit, but obviously I'm still figuring things out. My home status is empowered. Good. All right. 15 pizza. Oh, there's an actual pizza icon. I was wondering why you were so specific earlier. That's great.
Yeah, I gave you 4 pizzas earlier.
You gave me 4 pizza. All right, so... All right, yeah, I guess I'm not seeing anything that says there's a limit, but if there is, maybe we'll find out later. So we either whether whether we stockpile it or not, we put the rucksacks into the various areas here, and then it is up to us to decide after having done so what we want those rucksacks, what we want those supplies to be used for. We
Yeah.
turn them into okay.
They can
I
be
don't remember
spent
if the
on
first game
various
was like that.
things.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I feel like it was like that to an extent in the first game, but I don't remember like food, for example. I don't remember dropping off a rucksack of food and then doing anything with it.
Yeah, you can convert it into snacks in this one. You can also spend it to run a feast, which will, I think, make your survivors stronger for a limited time.
So that's the same as the first game, but I feel like it's more direct this time around. I think like that was synchronized. That was pretty good. We had a little.
That looked like we planned it.
Yes, it did. It was like a little bit of a marathon thing we just did, like practicing. My memory is that in the first. Oh yeah, I didn't realize what you were ducking for.
Zombies are really nearsighted in this game.
I was gonna say, so even with our flashlights on, that doesn't really seem to change anything. Okay.
I don't think they even notice the flashlights.
They don't seem to. That's right, kick his ass.
Pose for the picture.
Emotes? Okay, that was the wrong button.
Oh, why?
I don't
Okay,
know.
go.
I just pressed a button.
Oh,
You wanted an actual picture, or were you joking? I don't know what's possible yet.
I thought for a second when you kicked him out of my grip, I was like, why would you do that? But no, I'm not sure why they let you kick a zombie out of some other survivor's grip. That seems
for you to
pointless.
It does. I thought I kicked him in the balls and that killed him. I don't know what was going on.
No.
I don't even know if it was supposed to be a kick to the balls, but that's what it looked like.
Oh. Yay!
All right. So, all right, hang on. How did I do what I did earlier? I had an emotes. Is that only... I think that only happened because you had that zombie grabbed. I had an emotes prompt. And by doing
no,
it, that's what... Oh,
the
sorry.
game sometimes will just randomly remind you of the emotes when you exist. You press in the right stick.
That must have been what I did then. Very... All right. Okay, well, I'll have to remember not to push the right stick unless I want to be a goof.
Over here. Yeah, I'm right here.
So you are, Caesar. So you are. I see. So the blue ones are for you and the yellow ones are for me.
That seems to be the case.
All right.
Oh, I found something at least.
Really morose about
It's
it.
something.
My character?
Yeah.
I found something at least.
Yeah. I'm fucking depressed.
They can get depressed, or at least they could in the first game.
Holy shit, I found a half a bicycle to be used as a generator, which can be used as a mod for a facility.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Then that brings up a thought. So do we have to find the items to make our facilities then? Or can we only strictly rely on having to get the supplies, the rucksacks?
So the rucksacks of building supplies are what you use to make the facility itself, but you can find facility mods, which can be used to upgrade facilities once they're already built.
Okay, so in the first game, I don't remember exactly how the procedure went, but I remember that you'd be sent out on missions to upgrade the base. It was like, oh man, we need to make this thing bigger, but we need like plastic sheeting. Can you go check some places for plastic sheeting?
Ah, yeah, now you'll just find plastic sheeting while you're out and about.
Okay.
I didn't find shit while we were here, so.
I was not even paying attention. I just saw stuff and I took it.
Yeah.
There will be a time where I start to pay attention to these things.
Oh!
Sparoil. Yeah, what's up?
The truck.
Vehicle.
It has things for you. Gifts.
The way I always do the searching, I hold the button to do the standard search, but then I will intermittently make it a fast search. I'll press that button and then let go, press it and let go. That's how I do it, and that usually avoids the loud noise. I kind of game the system a little bit, or at least
No
I did
room
in the
for
first
that.
game.
I don't remember if I did that back in the day.
No room for that.
No room for that. What the
Bunch
fuck?
of crap. Yeah, she did not want to carry anything, which I still don't understand, because...
Why? What?
Oh, no, in this case, it is my inventory's full. Yeah, correct.
Oh, we should go back to your base then and drop the stuff off.
Yeah, I think I might as well. So yeah, these characters, the women that I started with, they're two lesbian women. One of them is, I think, I don't think she was Latina. I'm probably confusing her with the other character that starts with her brother. It was the character that I'm referring to, who's now in my base, and this character here. And you're saying that you started with, what's the story for you two characters?
A black brother and sister.
Ah, okay. And I went to the wrong damn spot again. I need to... What is my base does not have an icon. That's what's throwing me. How do you know where to go for the base?
I'm mostly just going off map knowledge of this part of this area of the game from having played here for an hour or two.
That's weird, yeah, because the game keeps wanting to send me to the next story mission, or whatever, the next mission, such as it is, which is fine, because I chose that. But I would think that the base would have its own icon. Its own... I mean, it has a map icon when you're near it, but there's no marker saying where it is, and that's weird.
Bike mod is mine. Hang on.
What's up?
Hey, you know what? Fuck it, you can take it.
What are you doing?
I crapped out all the stuff
Another
that
day,
I was
another
carrying
dollar.
for you, so that you can deposit it as well.
Okay. Now, I don't recall if the first game had a size limit for the locker. My memory is that it did. That the supply locker could eventually get full.
It doesn't seem like the kind of game that would allow you an infinite locker. At the same time, I don't remember hitting the limit.
See, so much of my memory is based on mods. It's really tough, because I remember I also didn't have a limit, because that's partially because... oh, that's not... Wait, hang on a second. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, I remember having a mod to where my storage limits, my supply locker limits, were very, very generous. So I remember there being limits, but I can't remember what happened when you reached them. And this other thing I was trying to say is I cannot...
You can't get the bike mod?
No, I can't. Oh, is that... it must be specific to you, then.
Oh, it might be.
For it. That's interesting. I guess just randomly you happen to get the thing I couldn't get.
Yeah, well,
We don't
fair
have
enough.
medicine around here.
I don't have it. Shut up. Working on it, bitch. We're breaking up. You watch your mouth. Mouth it off of me all the time.
The complete lack of an actual comeback there. Medicine, you shut it.
I realized partially through that I didn't want to reformat the sentence to make sense, so I just said, fuck it, be quiet. I can't be bothered to actually respond to your nonsense, bitch. I know we're out of medicine, or that we're low on medicine. I'm working on it. Yeah, I cannot abide your tomfoolery. Is that the word he used? It was tomfoolery, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As opposed to nonsense, or who uses the word tomfoolery?
Another day,
It
another
sounds
Jones, I
appropriately
guess.
Tommy Lee Jonesy. You gotta admit
It does.
I cannot abide your tomfoolery.
Mm-hmm. See if we
Sure.
can do this on purpose. Nope.
Oh, there's a screamer out here. I vote we beat him to death.
How can you tell? I don't see him on the map.
Open up your map, and you'll see him on the map as a little green.
Oh,
dude.
that yellow one there. Yeah, he's been there for a while. Yeah, we should probably beat him.
I'm gonna fucking kill him. Actually, let me sneak up to him.
I was gonna say
we'll.
we'll run out of. Oh, he's super close. Okay, 41 meters. Okay, yeah, the meter system. Every game uses the meter system.
Yeah, European devs, man.
They're all European devs. Oh no, that's on me. I did that.
Well,
I think I
he won't
scared
get
him.
the time to scream.
Yeah.
Glad that's taken care of.
All right, influence, nice. Just like the first game. I'm assuming then the influence, it'll probably be expanded because everything seems to be expanded in this game. The mechanics have grown, but I would assume that influence has the same effect of allowing you to have more choice of what items you want to get out of the supply locker. You're not so... The higher your influence, the more you can take without having to give anything back, that kind of thing.
I think
Probably
you have
commands
free
people more
access to-
easily as well.
I think the
Sorry.
influence. I think you have now free access to everything that's in your supply locker. You don't have to spend influence for that anymore.
Okay.
Partly because the game just lets you play as the leader of the community. It doesn't have that thing State of Decay 1 did, where Lily was the leader and you were no matter what subservient to her. Which, of course, as you and I were discussing earlier, pissed a lot of people off. But
Yeah.
I believe influence is now spent in. I forget. There's one thing I know that it's spent on, which is trade deals with other survivor groups. Because the other survivor groups.
Oh.
You remember in State of Decay 1, once you finished all the story missions, all the other survivor groups kind of just became inert and meaningless. Now they actually have a
Yes.
point.
Okay, interesting.
You can also spend influence to make NPC survivors go and do things for you that you don't want to do. Like, I really don't want to clear out this infestation. I'll spend influence to have another survivor go and clear it out. That sort of thing.
Okay, that's like the first game as well. Then that's good.
Yeah.
I had the option to make this an outpost, but I don't. Do you know anything about that? Because in the first game you had a limited amount, and
Yeah, you still got a limited amount now.
Damn. Okay, does it also work in the same way that they? Whenever you have an outpost, it creates like a radius of protection.
By now, so in State of Decay 2, every building, as soon as you clear it, will create a radius of protection for a little bit, and it'll eventually have to be cleared once again to make the radius protected.
Right.
Now the point of outposts is, for one thing, the radius of protection stays. For another thing, each outpost will generate resources of its given type. As you can see, this restaurant counts as a food building, so if you make an outpost here, it will start generating food passively. And on top of that, you can do a variety of other functions there, like change your character there, and I want to say you can drop off stuff for the supply locker, but I could be wrong.
So far, that actually sounds like the first game, then. That's about what I remember the first game to be. Excuse me.
I'm not
Although
sure
I do
remember that in
remember
the first game they generated resources.
They do. They do.
Oh.
Well, God, now you've got me wondering because I played so long with mods. I guess I'm gonna have to be unreliable in that respect. I just don't remember. I played such a modded game for so long. I don't remember vanilla.
Yeah, it gets rough to say, because I believe a lot of the things they added in State of Decay 2, the explicit intent was, we saw modders did a lot of things, we liked what they did, so we're implementing them ourselves.
Which, that would make sense. I think that's a sign of a good developer.
You got the pizza sack.
Okay, wait. Okay, now that's something that I do remember. My memory, and this might be a modded thing, you'll have to tell me. When you did go to claim an outpost, if you took the item that it can supply, like let's say, and maybe that's why you reacted the way you did. Hypothetically, let's say that you did in fact have a food outpost. If you took the last of the food items from the outpost, it no longer would be able to function as one.
Nope.
Or no, as in no, I'm wrong. Or go ahead.
That might have been the case in the first game, but it's not the case here.
Okay, then it's either that or no. I think that's okay. That's what it was. Okay, so we can completely clear this place and it's fine.
Yeah.
There was no. Okay, so why did you react the way you did when you said that I grabbed the food?
Oh, if that sounded like an ooh of you fucked up, that's not what I meant. It was like an of sweet pizza,
Oh, you were just goofing. Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
did actually think that, which maybe I wouldn't have if not for the fact that in the first game, my memory is that would have been a mistake, I think. So it's good to know that it's not. Should I claim it then? Is there any reason not to? Because we can always change it later. What do you think?
The story's gonna want us... I think you can get 2 outposts at the current base level you're at now, so it's probably fine. The game, I think, will want us in a minute to, as part of the story missions, go and clear out the military checkpoint that you used to have marked on your map and make that an outpost.
You feel the game itself sends you in that direction? The game... Is that, like,
does,
part of the
'cause it sent me
tutorial?
in that direction.
Okay, then I can wait. We'll see what the game wants us to do, since we're beholden to the game. We don't get to make our own choices. Fucking game and it's bullshit.
Oh, hello, zombie.
Alright then.
Every time I try to execute a zombie, you're already in the middle of executing. My character's just like, oh,
Yeah, I'm emasculating your poor dude.
I wanted that kill. Let's see, I've still got a lot of inventory room, so let's check out this clinic before we run
I think
along
I
back
have
to base.
very... Yeah, I can hold a few things, so I can probably open one of these. We'll see what happens. Oh, there it finally caught up to me.
Away must have heard that. Wish I
Uh,
had room for that.
yeah, anything you need carried, you can. Feel free to drop on the floor and I'll pick it up. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there's some pizza.
The pizza sack! I now have the honor.
I don't know if I would want to have a pizza sack or not, because like on one hand it sounds like, yeah, a fresh, new, delicious order pizza. Why not? But then it also sounds like somebody just took like, I don't know, like a bag and just wadded up the the actual pizza, just like crumbled it, mashed it together and just shoved it in, which I think would not be as good.
No, it'd be quite slimy.
Yeah, it does seem like it seems like it'd be slimy.
Boy, this is a fucking nasty veterinarian
That's a
room.
good use.
Not as much as the first game, if you remember. The poor, I felt bad for the animal. I don't think they showed you any dead animals. At least I don't believe they did. I don't remember they would have. But I do know that you saw a bunch of like bloody cages in one of the back rooms.
Oh, I do not remember that.
Yeah, in the very back, it was like a whole room full of cages on the wall, and they were all kind of messed up.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. Oh, another package of supplies there. Package of splints. Ooh, I should probably grab that. That sounds actually... No, that's probably not. How can you tell if anything is related to the base or not, like your chain was earlier, your bike chain? As opposed to just being a random item that is not related to the base.
Oh, this is a rucksack, so this is gonna be... the fact that it's called Package of Splints is just flavor text. All of it is a rucksack of medical supplies. When you throw it into, into the supply cache, it's just gonna be another thing of like, Red Cross go up by 4. That sort of
Yeah. Okay, so you were able to tell that based on the fact that there was a floating icon of the cross above it?
And
Otherwise,
the fact that there's a rucksack on the ground with a cross on it.
Okay, so, well, that's what I'm saying, yeah, the cross. Oh, you mean the item itself actually has a cross on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna deposit this pizza back at your base, and I'm gonna go back and grab that rucksack so you won't be leaving it behind.
Well, that stuff ever disappeared,
I don't know, but I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I'm full up. I guess I have to go back as well. Now this I don't like. Unless I did it wrong, which I very well may have, the icon of where we, the highlight, the mission marker, whatever, for the Screamer, it was still there, even though he was dead.
Yeah, I don't know if it just stuck around
thing.
after you killed him, or if you accidentally marked the ground he was on instead of him himself.
I'm assuming the latter, but if so, that was a very easy mistake to make.
Let's see, let me dump a lot of this crap I'm carrying here.
It just said that you gained, well, it said that after you gave the food or after you delivered supplies, it then said generically, or at least rather not specifically, +5 influence. Does that mean you gained the influence then? Your character specifically, or you as a player? Do we know how that works yet?
I don't know. It might be that you wound up getting influence from me giving food.
Interesting. So then what do you think would happen? I guess this is all speculation, but what do you think would happen then if when you leave my game and go back to your game? I guess your character will have... I'm assuming your character will have gained any, like, status upgrades to the character, cardio and so forth, but you wouldn't have any of that influence and so forth, because obviously you're back to your characters and not mine.
I would bet you that I gained influence back in my world as well.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
Huh.
I mean, lore-wise, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for... Well, influence isn't so much about how your community respects you anymore, so much as it is the wider zombie survival community respects you. So I guess that makes sense,
There we
actually.
go. That's all of it.
All right. So,
The game
how
is in
do
fact
we?
telling me right now, while you're in multiplayer, you will gain more influence. Take that influence home and use it to claim outposts, or call in radio support, or trade with other enclaves.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool then. So your game is not stunted by joining mine. That's
No.
really cool.
No, I'm going to
I mean,
come back. Going to go back and probably have some degree of a wealth of influence I'm going to have to spend.
Sounds like it. Yeah. That in a way that's actually that's pretty great then, because that means, I mean, that's lore friendly. That actually makes sense. Your character is essentially like he's out, according to like the characters on your game. Like your character's out on a mission somewhere else, helping some other people somewhere.
Yeah,
And
when I come
you've
back,
done a really
they'll
good
be
job.
like,
And
"Hey, it's great that you did all that. But then, you did all that for them. You made us look better in the wider zombie survival community, so now the other zombie enclaves will respect us more."
yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I deposited the medical supplies, so your Red Cross should have gone up by, I don't know, 3 or 4 or whatever.
Hey there.
I was not paying attention, but I believe you're correct.
Let's see.
Let's
Is there anything
see.
else I need to dump? I'm stuck up for pills. Is there any other healing supplies I can get in here?
Are you able to access that while I am?
Oh yeah, I can access my own supply locker from back at home. I use my I use my Mr.
Interesting.
Fantastic fucking extendo arms to reach all the way over to my base in my world.
You use your Resident Evil powers.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go ahead first.
So, this one supply cache is the same supply cache where I dump everything, I suppose.
Which makes sense, but then I'm a little bit thrown by the multiplayer aspect of it. So you're saying that when we go out and... no, I guess that makes sense. That's why our supplies that we can raid together are separated, because what I'm raiding is only going to be deposited in my base.
Yeah.
And what you're... Okay, so whenever you deposit something in this, I will never see it then. That's magically
Yeah.
going back home. Okay,
The crappy
interesting.
little balls of pills and bullets that I deposit in there, you don't get, I do. But the
Okay.
rucksacks of food, the rucksacks of medical supplies and ammo that I drop at your storage area, those go to you. And I don't get them back home at my
Okay.
base. Instead, I get influence, which I can spend when I go back to tell people to raid bullshit, go clear
Which
out
should
this
also-
infestation I don't want to bother with.
Right. I guess that would also mean then that by not raiding those things in your world, you're raiding them in my world together. That would mean then that the stuff that we have taken, like the food rucksacks, for example, those should still be there in your world.
Yeah.
The ones that you... Okay, that's pretty cool. They actually kind of thought this out.
I am only just now realized we still left the gas cans in the trunk of your car, so I'm taking those out and depositing them in your base.
We did. I'd forgotten about that. You're right.
Yep. Which you can convert these into fuel cans if you want to refuel your truck later anyways.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Because, let me see, if you go over to where the gas
I saw
nozzle
that back
should
here,
be,
yeah.
Yeah, you're a little over quarter, maybe a third of the tank is full.
Yeah, about, I'd say 35-40%. It's hard to tell whether we should... I mean, there's no
I
reason
like
not
that you
to
can
refill
actually
it.
repair the vehicles now, so they aren't like, oh, this truck is fucked, well, I'm down one truck for the whole game.
Yeah, I remember the days of having the base where I'd have like 5 smoking cars in front of it.
And no one at your base thinks that's particularly alarming.
Now that is one thing that I forgot about though until we just talked about it. I wonder if there is a way to have the auto repair, since now you can repair it yourself. I wonder if that eliminates the option of having cars placed in your outside your base that can over time, like overnight or whatever, get repaired by themselves.
I don't know, because now you can just put a toolkit in your inventory and go and fix it out in the field.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is nice, because I'll tell you, I've seen at least one car that's somewhere out in the world that has an empty tank of gas, all 4 doors are ripped off, the fucking hub, the fucking hood is popped. So I assume the gimmick of that car is supposed to be, go grab a toolkit, go grab a gas can from your base, go out there, salvage that car, and bring it back.
Which is pretty cool. I like that level of interactivity. And also
I
it's
guess-
lore friendly. Makes sense.
gonna-
Sorry?
I'm going to have to head into your base and switch characters. Caesar's getting tired.
Another
Oh, I
day,
forgot
another
that was a
dollar.
mechanic. That's right.
Yep. So let's see. Warren is injured. I forgot about that. So she will be staying at home. Oh, Crystal, you're new. I'm going to switch to you.
I will switch characters as well. That girlfriend of mine that I yelled at for mouthing off for not knowing her place.
Because we know who wears the pants in this relationship.
All right. Oh, you know what? Let's see what she have on her. Too much stuff. Let's deposit. What are you doing over there? Swinging at my friends?
Yeah, I'm testing out this kukri because I've not played this character yet. I'm seeing what her weapons are like.
You and the kukris. You love. That's your favorite weapon in these games.
No, I mean, in the forest, it was... Sons of the Forest, it was convenient for chopping down lots of foliage, but to be honest, in State of Decay, I'm not fond of bladed weapons. I'll use them, but I generally prefer the blunt stuff that has more of a chance of getting a knockdown, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that, actually, in one of the sessions.
This chick actually is packing a desert fucking eagle.
I saw that. I was going to comment on that. It's big as her head. It's actually bigger than her head.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
All right. I guess I'll back off to the gas station and grab that other stuff, or did you already run back and get it in the time I was fucking around?
I grabbed the gas... I grabbed the
Oh, wait,
vet-
I'm sorry, not the gas station, the
Yeah,
vet.
the vet stuff I did grab, yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
For whatever reason, the game is saying in the top right, search the trash self-storage site for a rucksack of materials.
Now, is that the place I marked or not? It's hard to... Yeah, yes, it is. Okay, that's why
Okay.
it's giving you that information.
Alright, let's go check this motherfucker out.
Finally get that damn icon off my map.
Yeah.
Wee! Wee!
Make sure to spend all your stamina before you get in the fight. You don't need that shit.
It's gonna make my stamina grow. I mean, I'm right.
You are correct.
I can't catch my breath.
Yeah.
Coincidental timing there.
No shit. I see an asshole on the roof. Come
Which
here,
one?
motherfucker.
Ah.
All this sprinting
Do we-
around you do, it makes them angry.
I took it again. I'll let you get the next one.
Don't worry about it, as long as someone gets them.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if they know how to climb ladders, but apparently they don't need to.
I don't know how the fuck that one got up there, because I'm pretty sure the zombies can't. What the?
Yeah, I don't know where that one came from. There was unless was he
He
lying? up
fell,
there?
but he fell in a very derpy, laggy way.
I don't even know where he came from. I guess he was just out of view from the other side.
He was on the roof.
Yeah, I just figured we would have seen him up there. You saw the other one, but okay. Oh. Why won't it work?
Oh, I can walk around while holding them. Yeah.
Nice.
You're coming with me. Oh, no, now you take. Oh.
Wait though. See,
You stole my fun.
I don't understand this yet. You grabbed it, and then I had a talk icon, and so I pressed the button, and
That
she
was
says
the
it like,
execute button.
So that's what I just did here successfully. That
If
wasn't
you're in
working
stealth
at
behind
first.
a zombie, you'll also see that button pop up. The Y button over your
Okay.
overhead to indicate you can execute a zombie.
Ah, okay.
And if you
I just
also,
saw prompt and
if
yeah,
you're
go ahead.
behind them, you can also right trigger for grab.
Oh, that's how. Okay, I was seeing somebody do that online. I don't know how they were doing it. Okay.
I know you can throw them from there, and I know you can execute them from there, but I'm not sure what else you can do about when you have a zombie grappled.
Okay, I guess we'll find out.
Pile drive them. Actually, I was
Hopefully.
about to joke about that, but I remember Marcus in the first game, I had it down where he could, honest to God, spinebuster zombies to death.
Yeah, you're telling me about that.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Sounds like it would be. Again, I never kept Marcus for very long because he didn't start with any good stats, and so I always killed off the poor guy, even though he was one of the more unique and interesting survivors.
Yeah, and he had the fun John Cena voice.
Oh, he did, didn't he? That's
Yeah.
right. Wait, did he? Didn't he have his own unique voice?
Nope, he had the John Cena voice.
Are you
I-
sure? Yeah, I think
remember
he
very
did.
distinctly, I got another random survivor at one point who also had the John Cena voice, and I was like,
That's
oh.
what threw me.
I had him talk to Marcus at one point, and I was like, oh, it's just John Cena talking to himself.
Right. Yeah, that's all making sense now because I remember. My memory was that Marcus didn't have unique dialogue, but then I forgot that no, he not dialogue rather, but voice. He did have a shared voice, the John Cena voice, but I just had forgotten that he had his own unique dialogue to that character using that same shared voice. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a pity, because Marcus, I don't think, does start with any crazy stats, but,
No.
like, he's one of the characters that I believe is guaranteed that once you get his cardio or fighting, I forget which one it was, whenever it reaches the top, he's one of the characters who's guaranteed to get a certain trait, which in his case was Powerhouse, which was the one that allowed him to spinebuster zombies to death.
Yeah, I guess I just never really... Well, probably the first playthrough I did, but eventually got to the point to where I started...
Can't wait to see what you found.
I basically started shopping for...
Pool of survivors at the start.
Yeah, well, that plus I eventually realized that again, like I could shop for survivors. Like I go to various enclaves and get the ones I wanted, and then kill off the ones I didn't, and call my own specific madman's version of my own perfect utopia.
I just dropped off what you need for
And
that
so
project.
because old we were just talking about what the fuck is his name? How did I slip his name?
Marcus.
Yeah, but I was gonna say Martin. I was so close. Something was throwing me. Yeah, Marcus and Eddie. Poor Marcus and Ed. Our poor little heroes that start the game. Nah, they didn't last too long. Not against the cute girl who had like high stamina or whatever.
And high shooting as well.
Yeah, you needed some of that.
I forget what her name was. I want to say it was like Ramona or something, but...
I think there was a Ramona.
The chick they run into that they help, Marcus and Ed, the Latina chick.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like an ex-Marine or something.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so I need to start construction on what? I was talking over the whole thing.
Start construction on a workshop facility, it says in the top right.
Do I get a choice then? I do. Okay. Oh, they're... Okay, covered space, infirmary space, I guess. I guess infirmary sounds pretty important, but I have outdoor space. What can I put there? We could eventually put a workshop, a kitchen, or 2 outdoor beds. I would assume that if we're going to have beds, they'd probably be better off indoor. Let's see, infirmary. I don't know. Infirmary to me sounds like the most important.
Don't you already have an infirmary?
Or is it already... I don't... I see, it shows the icon, but it's the same brown. It's got a brown, whatever. I can't think of the damn word for it. It's shown in brown. It's the icon, I guess, for lack of a better term, is brown. Whereas most of the other ones are blue. The only ones I can build on are brown plus the infirmary, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Are you able to look at the... You probably can't, can you?
Nope.
It's probably only on mine.
Manage your base. That's on you,
Okay.
brother.
Yeah, it's it says to highlight an empty slot, etc., etc. And there are a bunch of blue places, blue slots where things have already been built, and then there's 2 brown open ones that are clearly empty that nothing's in that I can build in. But then there's also a 3rd brown one, and it has an infirmary in it already. So I'm not... I thought at first that it was saying, well, you can build one there, it's a good idea, but no, as you said, when I click on it, it's already there. So I don't know why that one's a different color than all the rest. It probably is obvious once we start playing a little bit, but I don't know. So, let's see. Workshop. Do we already have a workshop? What do we have? No, we only have... No, we don't have anything. Just storage. Okay, storage. Okay, yeah, I guess it sounds like we probably need a workshop. What do you think?
Well, they want you to make a workshop, and workshop, I assume, is used to craft various things. Well, yeah, it is.
I would assume... God, whoa. Sorry. Go ahead. I have a comment after this. Go ahead.
I believe what I saw in my game is that you can use it to turn parts into weapon repairs and possibly just new weapons outright. Something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I did not realize that there's like 30 fucking stations you can build now.
Yep, and there's actually more stations that appear depending on who you pick to be your leader.
Wow, okay, that's more than the, I don't know, like 8 that they had in the first game?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah,
because I was going to say, well, yeah, go ahead.
I think they wanted there to be a bit more replayability there, so for the limited building spots you get, there's only so many choices, and you're going to want to explore with the other possibilities later on.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty great. It's a little overwhelming, though. When I was first looking at this, I was thinking, okay, well, it should be a workshop, because what I thought my options were workshop, kitchen, outdoor beds, a still, and a garden. But then when I go down to look at those last options, I'm saying, no, there's still a lot more scrolling you can do. So, damn, okay, well, it's hard to know the context of what's useful right now this early in the game. I don't know exactly how the mechanics work. I'm so worried now about making sure that I optimize this, but I guess I shouldn't.
Nah, State of Decay isn't a brutal survival game. It's pretty easy going.
I guess all things considered, my memory, I think, is you could also break the stations down. I don't remember. Again, I can't remember what's a mod and what's not. But yeah, let's see. We have we have a rain collector and a generator. Like those also sound important, more so than a shooting range and a fighting gym. Maybe over time, sure. Yeah, geez, fuck it. I'm going with the workshop. That just seems like the
When that
most.
workshop is done, we'll be able to
You
keep our
you made
weapons
me
from falling
220
apart on
influence
us.
by building that. Thanks.
By you watching it, you gained influence, I guess.
I
You now
was
know how
standing
to.
here when you made that momentous decision. You're welcome.
That's pretty cool. And
Poor fucking Gil will start working on it. God bless him.
let him earn his fucking keep. He's been giving us orders on that radio, like he's something. It's about time that he gets on his ass and gets some work done.
Take that,
We should
Doc.
establish some
Yeah.
control over this area.
Yeah, you know
Don't
what?
want
Where's my
troublemakers
emote
coming into
button?
town. I noticed a military site not far
Push in the
away.
right stick.
We should set
Yeah,
up
I'm
an
laughing at
outpost
his
there
efforts.
ASAP.
I'm laughing at the fact
Not
that
only
he
will
has
it
to sit
provide
there
a
and
steady
do
supply of
work.
Ammo, it'll send a clear message to any strangers coming into town.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. How you like that, Gil? Where you going there, Gil? Huh? Huh?
Sleep better knowing that's finished.
Oh.
Oh,
Shit, that was quick.
that was
Go
not
away.
only quick, but also very impressive that he did it without even being on the lot when it finished.
All Gil had to do was smack a nail into a single board and maybe you shouldn't insult Gil that much. Evidently, he's got some pretty spectacular talents.
Gil the sorcerer.
He's the fuck. You've heard about pyromancers, cryomancers. Yeah, Gil. He's a what would be
Oh, what would the term be? An
architectomancer.
arco. Yeah, I was gonna say an arcomancer. Yes.
I cast the spell. Generate workshop. Phew.
He apparently did.
There's Skyrim mods where you can get that spell.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. Let's see. We can, yeah, we can, if we want, just destroy it, tear it right down.
Hi.
And any resources or items spent to construct it will be refunded.
Hey,
So there's nothing to lose by testing,
safe.
yeah.
Except for the half a minute it took Gil to crap the thing out.
Right.
Which evidently is no trouble to him.
He's fine. Again, he's a sorcerer. This is a pittance to his powers.
He flicked the wrist and a workshop appeared.
We can build a kitchen and some sheltered beds and a fighting gym or a shooting range. Do you feel like we should, or should we wait a while and get some other stuff first for some other options?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. I fuck it. We'll leave it for now, I guess, until the game says otherwise. Let's see. You said that when you go over, is it a storyline thing that makes you go over there, that military post that you were talking about, or do we have to choose to go over there and get that started?
You probably already have the mission to go do it.
Let's see. How do
Claim
I-
some territory, it looks like to me, is a mission from McNeil.
Yeah, I have the option, but nothing is marked. It just says claim. Oh, wait.
When you're
There.
in this-
Okay, there.
There's a
Yeah.
mission somewhere.
It was a control thing. I needed
Yep.
to do what I just did. Yeah, gotcha. All right, then.
Optional. Go fuck yourself at the new workshop.
That's kind of mean.
Yeah. I mean, if the game tells you to, though, who are you to deny?
Yeah, I mean, that's the programmers knew that, that's something we're supposed to do at some point, so I guess who might argue?
And the player needed the motivation to go fuck themselves.
They just need that little push.
You know what I don't like about this base location?
Having to fuck yourself in it.
Yeah, that's one problem. The other problem is there's no actual buildings nearby for you to clear out and thus get a clearance around the area. You have to, anytime you want to go somewhere, you gotta start by jogging through the woods, and there's probably fucking zombies hiding in the trees and the bushes like perverts.
So, yeah, then that's what we're talking about, or that's what what I was getting at to earlier, where I was talking about the outposts. My memory is I would always make kind of like a cluster of outposts closer. I know the idea was to make the outposts separate, and sometimes I would, like, go to, treat it as an outpost somewhere away from base. But I would also like to use at least one outpost near the base to expand the protection bubble.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have one outpost that's like legitimately right here in my game, and it's not, the bubble does not cover enough to actually cover my base. Zombies still spawn right outside of it.
Jeez, it's right at the bottom of the hill. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I just got to the point in the game where they're going to soon allow me to move base. I'm going to do that mission on my own time at some point, unless you end up joining for it. So, because
Hey,
I
you
do
smell
not like
your...
I do not like
Okay.
that spot at the top of the hill. It is small and surrounded by zombies.
Whereabouts is the base that they're having you move to in your game?
Only just a little bit ways out to the west.
Along the road, more or less?
Yeah, a little further down from where we ran into that feral out in the woods, and hope to God we don't run into him again.
Okay.
That'd be rather unpleasant if we did.
Yeah. Yeah, again, see, I'm so used to playing the first game with all that stuff turned off. No ferals, no jugs. Nice, calm, smooth, you know. Yeah,
No jugs,
pleasant
now that's
zombie
a game
experience.
changer.
Yeah, I mean, that is true, because sometimes it was fun to have the risk of losing, like, your favorite fucking character that you put 10 hours of experience into, just the drop of a hat, but, I generally preferred not to have that risk. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose there's gotta be some degree of element to it of just, like, part of the fun has to be rolling up new characters, I suppose.
Can't ignore the
Yeah,
reality
that's
we
one of the
face.
things that I enjoyed a
We have
lot.
to deal with how things are.
Wait, I'm outdoors! This is stupid! Let me go in the house!
The helmets they're wearing are
Base
bulletproof.
equal
Your
more
best option is
protection.
hand-to-hand combat.
Oh God, they're remembering their lives. Oh shit, they're gonna see us. Whatever. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
that one was turned.
Oh boy.
I don't remember the dodge being so good in the first game.
It's pretty fucking generous.
Yeah, it is.
I'm tired. Not good.
I'm tired. Not good.
Yeah, I guess the comments they make is the same on each side, because I heard that as well.
Oh boy. All right. Well, all things considered, I think we handled that without much issue.
Yeah, it was fine. I took a single hit, but... That was my
Zombies
fault.
remaining, it says in the top left. I'll check for that.
I don't see that on my screen.
I want to make sure that military site is still on your radar.
Okay, well, we've checked the place out. Let's see if there's any loot.
Let's get an outpost there ASAP. I want everyone to know this is our territory.
I got an achievement.
I did as well. I'm getting a lot of achievements. This game's very generous for achievements,
Oh, yeah.
There you are.
which I'm sure pleases the achievement hunter type of folks. Not the actual, achievement hunters, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oop, I have a big old rucksack of gasoline.
All right.
Gotta make sure to pronounce that E.
Gasoline.
So totally help us out.
That's what they
Oh,
call it
like-
in France, don't you know?
Could be worse.
Gasoline.
I found a lot of gas around here. Jeez.
Which I guess this is a military checkpoint. I guess in a way it makes sense. It's a refueling station.
There's one more thing
Um,
around here I can loot. I can't find it, but the game wants you to make this an outpost.
Okay, here's a bunch of crap here. I don't know if you have extra space, but I did
I
not.
do.
Oh, good. I can apparently claim the outpost. And since they
Professional
want me to, I
choke.
suppose I better. Professional choke?
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a choke for your gun, like to make the bullets tighter. I don't know.
It almost sounds like a skill that you can learn.
Yeah, it's a Ken
okay.
Shamrock move.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, there it is. There's the last thing I need to look. I need to search.
All right, outpost complete.
Oh, it cleaned up all the crap on the floor when you did that.
Provide a steady
Oh
supply
no!
of ammo.
Oh wait,
That'll
clean.
help us
Okay,
keep out trouble
clean
No,
the crops.
the
I-
searching point should still be here. There's actually one bit of thing. There's one more thing you need to search back here, but I assume your inventory's full, and mine
It
is.
is.
Too. All right. Well, I'm gonna run all this crap back to base. I'll probably.
No reason not to join you.
Yeah, we can loop back around for that one last searchable thing, though.
I just do not understand why they don't. Wait, is my base on the? Hang on. Okay,
Holy shit!
weird.
That is now a new. That is a big area that has been secured from zombies now. Okay.
Not. I didn't think it was super big.
That's
Oh,
bigger
wait.
than the outpost that I have in my world.
Are you saying? Okay, what I'm talking about is the actual gray area where zombies will not spawn. Are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the larger? You were talking about the same thing,
Yeah, it's quite large.
and that's smaller on yours in your game.
In my game, the other outpost I have set up closer to my base is not that generous. No.
It's got to depend on the outpost. Well, no, I don't think it depended on the first game. I think in the first game they were all universal.
I wouldn't be shocked if they did make it depend on the outpost, especially because
They
that's supposed to be
might
a
have.
military facility.
Yeah, that might have been the case then.
I can't keep doing this.
I want to quit this zombie apocalypse. It's not, I don't have it in me.
You know, I can't really blame them.
Yeah, I mean, if I had the choice, I'd probably want to quit too.
You know, zombie apocalypse, cool for a minute. Nobody gets to tell you what to do. You can help yourself to all the shit that's left behind. But then you realize, hey, there's like 4 people left. 3 of them are douchebags. And one of them's me. This sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely pros and cons. Less people to deal with, but the ones that you do deal with are, you know, they've been refined for better and worse.
Hope it's the ones that you like that are left behind.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it would have to come down to, is that you just hope for the best. I see now I was able to find this the way I did because it turns out that there is a marker showing me where this area is, but it's not, it's just a little, I guess it's just a constant little tiny green arrow on the map, as opposed to being something that actually like flickers with a thing saying how close you are, how many meters away it is, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Give me just a second. Okay.
That's fine.
I'm gonna drop this gun you put on the ground because I already have it. So, and also you need it more than I do. So all that gun stuff you gave me, I encourage you to pick it up and stuff it in your own supply locker.
Where'd you? Yeah, there it is. Okay, no problem. I like the swipe item, or the swipe animation rather.
Yeah.
I don't use guns very often in these games. I might need this one. Yeah, I rather might need to use them more often this time around. Number 2, so I guess I should have one with me. But generally, I prefer melee.
Yeah, I think it's probably. I think the guns are a little bit quieter than before because I did use a gun earlier in my own game, and I was shocked by how few zombies it attracted.
Oh, okay.
Because I know in the first game you felt very little inclination to use guns because, for one thing, limited ammo. For another thing, loud as fuck. For another thing, aiming was kind of hard.
Yeah. Yeah, all that stuff that you just said, I agree with.
Punching somebody in the face is generally a bit easier than aiming a gun in many games, especially this one.
Yeah, I don't know. There are people who prefer to use guns in games like this, and it somehow just never felt natural to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, if you've got a big stack of ammo, I think it's fine, but these games tend to make guns and ammo a limited resource if they can.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, I guess you can't make that an outpost. Okay.
What's going on?
I was wondering if you could make this an outpost to expand your,
Oh, yeah.
see if its safety bubble would encompass the base, but apparently no, it's not allowed, I guess because it doesn't have an associated resource type to harvest.
That's one thing that I had wished that the sequels would do, would make it to where any building essentially could be an outpost. Even if it couldn't be something that you could put supplies in, or not supplies rather, but facilities in. I thought that it would still be cool to at least just say, well, this is a place that, you know, we can still use to protect our base. Buff
Yeah.
Up our oh, what's the word? Not our protection, but we'll go with that.
Is this Lumberjack Bigfoot?
Oh, I guess it is. You know, wait, is it the thing I saw from behind? That's what I thought, yeah. I remember when we approached it from behind, I thought it was weird that it looked like it had furry legs, and I guess it does.
Yeah, I guess it's... Bigfoot has gotten sick of these woods. He's chopping these motherfuckers down. This car has loot in it. Give us your loot.
Beat up that non-consensual car.
I'll intimidate it.
All right. So at this point, are we just... Not that I care one way or the other. Oh, a lot of stuff to search over here.
Well, I was kind of figuring we'd make our way back to the military checkpoint because there's still one crate for you to check.
Oh, I thought you'd gone back there. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's right. It was for me.
Yeah, sadly, I'd love to check it for you and just bring the ship back, but the game won't let me. It's yours.
Yeah. Yeah, in my mind, after we'd left that area, I'd forgotten that you said it was a place I had to check, and so I'm so used to you being able to... Not you per se, but, you know, whatever. Like, the other players, you know, NPCs being able to grab the stuff. I was like, well, you got it. It's fine.
It's a crappy backpack. Whatever. I'll still take it.
Should we not always take backpacks? That's what I remembered in the first games, that backpacks were like one of the best things you could take because they, you know, of course, meant more carryable. more space.
Yeah, but I'm currently this character I'm playing right now, Crystal, has a 7-slot backpack, and there was a 6-slot.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, see, in the first games they were just large and
Let that
small with
screamer
no
go in
real.
here.
You know, there was like a 4-item difference or whatever, but that was it. It was like one or the other. I didn't know there were different ranges now. I think that's interesting.
Well, now there are mediums.
Oh, that's a screamer.
Yes,
I
he
didn't
is.
realize that. Oh.
Oh, fuck you.
So I don't know then if you were trying to get the kill or not, because that time it didn't give me the.
I was
animation.
hoping that if
No.
I grabbed him, it would stop him from screaming, which it kind of did.
Yeah, I think it basically did. He started screaming before you got there, but otherwise I think you quieted him.
And then I somehow killed him by throwing him. Well, I shouldn't say somehow; it's fairly obvious. But I killed him by throwing him face first into the guardrail.
Oh, is that what killed him?
I think so. Yeah.
I
I was trying
was
to throw him at
around-
the zombie that was fighting you, but I think I missed and just slammed him into the fucking guardrail.
Oh.
Even by zombie standards, that's a fairly grisly way to go.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, mystical military checkpoint crate, show us your gifts.
Salt Spire, why are you talking like that?
We must do what we can to survive the zombie apocalypse. Sigmar alone shall not carry us. We must also show him our strength.
You know, I was just listening to. Hang on, I guess let me do this first. Oh, it's already done. Okay, wait. Open outpost? Open outpost? What the hell does that mean? Oh, I'm interacting with it, I guess.
Oh, I can drop stuff off here. Shit, let me drop
Oh,
off
good.
these parts and these pills, this backpack.
Convenient.
I don't know if I think you have to run the rucksack all the way back to base, sadly.
That's how I remember in the first game, is that the outpost you could... Well, no, maybe you could. Yeah, well, the first game doesn't matter because it's the second one now, but I thought that you could drop them off at any outpost the first time. Oh, well.
And it could be a mod thing where you modded it so that you could drop
Could have been. Yeah, I mean, again, it's... Ooh, I played the game without mods, like... I don't even know. Very few times. Very, very few times.
Yep.
I mean, there were mods. There was a lot of stuff that you could mod in that game. A lot of really quality of life stuff that you could work on.
A couple of things.
Oh, look at that. How cool.
Nice. Oh,
We didn't tell them to do that, did we? I'm assuming you couldn't have, because I know I didn't.
nope.
Nice. So they will sometimes just... I hope that doesn't endanger them. I hope that's a passive thing, and that they don't just choose to run out and
Die.
risk their lives. Yeah, yeah, and die. Talking about the Salt Spire thing you just did, before I forget, I wanted to say that going through the files, you know, I don't remember honestly where I even got this, but I found a way to download the files of the voice lines, which is how I heard the Corellians, the one I told you about, where she says, what does she say? Something about existence. Existence hates me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm going through the more of those lines. I'm looking so hard for my favorite one, which you'll remember is, you are poison. Bleh!
Yeah.
I have not been able to find that yet. But I found one that it's obviously an outtake, but she's still saying it in Corellian's voice. She says something like, I can't scream, freaking help me! She says freaking. It's. I would assume that's not an official Corellian line.
Oh, shit.
I'll have to send it to you. It's like, I mean, again, it's said in her voice. It's that voice actress, but she's yelling about being freaking unable to scream.
There is a YouTuber by the name of Janfon who does Vermintide fan animations, and I know he at some point went through the effort of cataloging all the voice lines and
Nice.
But I don't know if that was a publicly available document. I know it was something he live streamed himself doing, just going through the files and then labeling them.
Okay. I don't know if he had anything to do with the files that I have or not. I don't remember where I got the ones that I have. It was a RAR. It was a packaged archive of just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds separated by character. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, way smaller in file size than I thought, though. Like we were always saying, well, the game's like whatever, like 90 gigs. Like a third of that's got to be voice lines. No, only whatever, like half a gig.
Really?
Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, to be fair, that does not include all the other like enemy lines and so forth. I don't think that I have access to like the Skaven dialogue, that kind of thing. But even so, I mean, for the playable characters, to only be like whatever, a couple hundred megabytes each. That's a lot less than I would have thought.
Yep.
Oh, we did the synchronized putting our weapons away. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Our characters are on point.
Yes, they are.
Our gate at the moment is even identical.
It is.
Nice. Is the what is the name again of? Oh, it's like I don't know. I can't remember this. Something with a D. The guy who the asshole puts fake wrestling game information out there.
Oh.
Dirk Optical or some weird shit.
Oh.
Dangar.
Dank Ops.
Dank Ops. Okay, yeah, him. Just you talking about the guy who puts up the. Well, tell me again what the person was who did the Vermintide stuff.
Jan Fawn 1. Jan Fawn 1.
And so you said that he makes like what are his videos? If I went to watch them, like would they?
Vermintide fan animations. He takes the in-game models and he animates them doing various things.
Does he have like? Does he make conversations out of the characters?
Yeah.
Does he have like? Okay, then I can picture that. The Dank Ops. Yeah, that's what got me to thinking about him. Talking about the YouTubers. Did he wind up being correct about the? Because you said that he was correct at the time about the intergender stuff, but then I think the last time we talked about it. Yeah, go ahead.
The guy that you were going off of was not Dank Ops. It was some smaller guy.
This place should fill some empty shelves.
I forgot that you could do that in this game.
Take that, bitch.
I know that originally the first person I saw, I think we revealed.
Well, I'm pretty sure Dank Ops is white, and the dude you were seeing was black.
No, I don't remember even seeing a black guy talking about.
Goody.
Well, no, I guess I sent you a link.
Yeah,
I don't remember
you
this.
showed
I
me.
remember.
This place has
I
really
remember.
good
Oh,
outfits.
that was a second guy. At first, I saw somebody who was talking about the ability to have like a roaming mode or whatever, and I was super excited.
That
And then,
I think is not what you expected. It's not like season mode roam between matches.
of course, it's not. I knew it. Is it some gimmicky thing? Is it something that's like exactly not what I was hoping for?
I think it's
what
a
I
new
read was
multiplayer
that.
lobby system.
Oh, are you serious? That's all it is? They're making it sound like, or at least the guy who was telling the lie or whatever, made it sound like it was a big new mode. It was like, something about where you can walk around and talk to people, like you can interact with other wrestlers and like start fights with them and shit. Is that now no longer the case then? Was that all just a lie?
It might be that you're allowed to beat up wrestlers in time between getting into matches with other guys online, but I believe, the island is supposed to just be a online multiplayer lobby system that...
The island?
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess I don't know what this is then. Yeah, you fill me in. This is
like,
new.
because NBA has 2K City, this will be 2K Island or whatever.
Okay, well, that is actually what the guy he didn't say it was an island, but the guy was saying that it was going to be... Yeah, like I remember talking to you about this. It was going to be like some version of like the NBA 2K, like wander around and meet other. I don't know how it works in the basketball player game. Meet other basketball players and have impromptu basketball matches or something. God, if I fucking know. Yeah, I don't know what purpose that would serve in a basketball game, but that's apparently where it came from. So
Challenge them to a
excited.
street ball game for the fate of their soul.
I mean, other than that last bit, I'm assuming that was kind of where they were going with it, but I don't understand that. Again, I don't know what the purpose would be if it was just to play more basketball. I don't know if there's like an actual like rivalry system in play. I mean, again, I don't know how something like that would even work in a non-fiction sports game, but I know it was there and it was supposed to be really good. And to my memory, the first person I saw who was not black, I think you told me that well, you didn't tell me. I think I confirmed through you that, the first person I read about it did happen to wind up being that Dank Ops guy or whatever. And that was after you told me that, that guy's full of shit. So I was like, oh, damn it. I was really excited for whatever, that roaming around mode or whatever.
Well,
but
for
it sounds...
what it's worth, on that point, he wasn't really a liar so much as he was exaggerative in the case of the island. Because they did confirm the existence of the island as a place you wander around in first person, and they did confirm the existence of intergender matches, so...
So I get... Well, why is it an island? What island? What, do you,
if I
fly off
say, you'll be
somewhere?
mad. Do you want to be mad?
Okay, I have two guesses. Either I'm gonna be mad because it's a fucking gimmick thing, which it sounds like it is. It sounds like it's gonna be something that could have been cool, just like that stupid shit in 2K11. Or I'm sorry, 2011, SBR 2011, where it's like you can roam around backstage now. You can interact with other wrestlers. And I complained about this recently with you. It was like, okay, well that just wound up being a stupid little thing that meant nothing. You have a couple of canned lines of dialogue with like whatever, like Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho. They'll be like, "Hey, do you want to fight?" And then you fight him, and then you gain like points that make no impact on the game whatsoever. That was like the big backstage mode that year, and I remember being really pissed off that they made such a big deal out of what was essentially just a useless surface level gimmick. So it's gonna be that, or it's gonna be something to do with the fucking bloodline.
So, you're gonna be mad for a bit, and I'm just gonna have to sit here and take it. It's a bloodline thing.
Okay. So the whole mode, I can't be mad at this anymore. All right. Is the game, like, is the whole game literally just centered around the bloodline? Like,
No.
legit, I'm not being, okay, so it's not.
Allegedly, what I've heard is just simply, it is a multiplayer lobby. You pop in, there are other people wandering around that are Wrestlemans, and you go and challenge them to Wrestleman. And it is an island that is themed after various wrestlers with a big statue of Roman Reigns standing over it.
Oh, fuck off. No, it isn't. Are you serious?
Yes. Dude, you remember the
There's
days
a
of
giant
SmackDown Hotel and SmackDown Alley and all that shit?
Yeah, but that wasn't based on a you. Oh my God, you're serious? There's a literal giant statue of Roman Reigns on this island?
Yeah.
I give up. I give up. Fine. Fine. Why is this a thing though? Why is there an island and why is he like the god of it? What is, like, surely there's something more there than my cynical ass is assuming, right?
I don't think so. I think it's just simply, instead of, picking multiplayer matches and joining them like any other game, they want it to be themed like... Okay, so Japanese fighting games, a couple Japanese fighting games have come out in recent years. Not Street Fighter or KOF, but Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, Persona, whatever, have run with the idea that it isn't fun to go through just a match lobby and find a match and join it and get into a fight. I think this is profoundly stupid when they do it in fighting games. I think it's stupid when they do it in non-fighting games too. But either which way...
Sounds redundant at the very least, unnecessary.
They believe that they want to try and recreate the feeling of the arcade. Of wandering around an arcade, chatting with people, and then challenging the matches like, hey, you want to have a quick match? Sure. You play a couple matches and you go back to just chatting. And so they have where instead your characters will actually wander around this arcade equivalent. It sounds like it's that the island is a place that you and the other wrestling game players wander around and chat and occasionally challenge each other to wrestling matches.
Well, in that case, that's not even a mode then. That's just window dressing.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what the marketing has been for this, so apparently you know more about it than I do, but that sounds really fucking...
The island has been an afterthought. It has not been the center of marketing.
Okay, well then you're probably right.
So far, the real marketing machine has not really kicked in. All they have teased is the intergender wrestling. They have teased the existence... They've shown a picture or two of the island and said that vaguely what it's about. And other than that, they haven't said too much, I don't think. We're still in the early phases, and you know how 2K doesn't like to market their games. They just expect you to buy them on faith.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, to be fair, THQ is bad about that as well.
Yeah.
Are they... I mean, the game's only like a month or two away, isn't it?
I think it is. I mean, this is... The fact that we know this is already more progress than we got, like, last year.
Really?
Yeah. The last couple of years, 2K22 had a lot of hype behind it, but 2K23 and 2K24, to a certain degree, went back to the 2K pattern of, this is a yearly sports game, you're either buying it or you're not. So if you're not, go away. If you are, ante-up fuckers. We don't care how passionate the devs are, our marketing team gives no fucks.
Apparently not. Yeah, you'd think that... I hear this all the time with movies as well, where somebody who does the marketing, or rather the other way around, somebody who makes the movie, they're like, yeah, well, I was really kind of pissed off that they went and marketed my movie like this. And it's like, well, is there not like some kind of cooperation involved? Apparently, they're just like two separate departments. It's like, well, I want your movie to look like a comedy. I want your movie to give away what happens in the first 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah.
And the marketing department is God, because the marketing department is what gets people to watch it.
Yeah.
If there's a disagreement between marketing and the rest, the marketing trumps all.
Apparently so. I don't know what to make. Go ahead.
It's like the other day with that Dark City video you sent me talking about it. Saying you specifically, it's an odd movie where you have to mute it for the first like minute or two. Because the marketing department said, this movie is too confusing for our simpleton, fucking brainless audience. You need to explain the entire plot in the first minute.
Which I hadn't remembered, but I obviously believe it, because not only was it in that video that I sent you, but also I did read, I think maybe it's like Wikipedia or something. I did read somewhere recently, in fact, I think after sending you that clip, that it was like, yeah, people hated this. The
Yeah,
fact that, you know, they're like, okay, so what you're gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with, and I wouldn't have sent you the video otherwise, even though you're very, very tolerant of spoilers. I figured, well, I'm only going to send you this video because it gives you the general outline of what the movie is, without actually telling you specifically, like the motivations and, you know, why you're looking at this and how this works. Like, that stuff is obviously left for the film, but, yeah, I think that stuff is probably all spilled out. That level of specificity is probably all spilled out at the very beginning. I'm assuming the director's cut takes that out.
I believe so.
I don't know why it wouldn't. It's like the Blade Runner thing, where the movie was, no, okay, now I'm confused with Blade Runner, because there's 5 different versions of it. I think Ridley Scott made the version that he did, and was more or less pleased with it, other than a couple of cuts that had to be made or whatever, but then in the meantime, the story wanted, as we're discussing now with Dark City, they wanted it to be more clear, and so they had, like, this very, like, mopey, very, you know, sounded really disinterested, very lame Harrison Ford voiceover throughout the whole fucking movie, and I guess everyone hated that. Yeah, so I guess it's another one of those kind of situations. I think Donnie Darko might have done the same thing. I don't know. Any movie that's at least vaguely complicated, it seems, other than, you know, like Memento. It seems like the directors are always being pushed into explaining things, not letting people just watch the fucking movie.
Yeah, studios generally operate on the assumption that audiences, that viewers
Everyone's
are
an
idiots.
idiot. Mm-hmm. Which, to be fair, most people are idiots, but still.
I like how I can climb inside the bed of this truck without searching it.
I don't even know how you're doing that. How am I not able to do that? What?
Well, hitting the jump button makes a difference.
Oh, there it is. Smartass. I was pressing every button I could, and apparently had failed to press that one.
I gotta rest for a second.
Yeah, I guess you do, don't you? I'm jumping up and down in this truck like an idiot.
Now, in fairness, that's the
do?
sort of thing that in video games you just take for granted, that jumping shouldn't really do that much. In real life, jumping a lot's pretty tiring.
Yeah, about a few of these, and I think I'd probably be gasping for breath. You know, I like, though, that in this game I've already noticed the character I had earlier. She was making just, like, very subtle, you know, kind of, you know, just, like, huffs and puffs as she was running, whereas in Sons of the Forest, and I've complained about this before, you get down to a low enough level, and then your character just constantly is like, sweetie. I hated that shit. The character would not fucking shut up. And his noises were unrealistic. It wasn't just, you know, gasping for breath. It was the shit.
Yeah, I don't know what that is with certain voice actors or actors trying to indicate effort, is that they just start making S noises.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the lack of confidence that just breathing heavily would be, you know,
audible,
vocal enough, yeah, that it would come through enough, or what. But yeah, it was very, very oddly distinct to me, especially because in the beta, Sons of the Forest, it was, I to my memory, once you got to a certain level of exhaustion, your character would not stop making noise, like literally until you got your energy back up. It would just be an incessant, constant flow of and it was fucking mind numbingly just oh, sorry, did somebody knock on your door? Oh, okay. Drinking something, knocking something over?
Yeah, I put my controller down to grab a drink of water.
Ah, fair enough. It's fine. We move on. I was just talking about how bad the noises were.
Yeah, it was just the sound was my controllers knocking against the wood. Could you?
No problem.
Would you mind to search this truck bed, because it is killing me seeing it unsearched.
Heh. Yeah, we passed it by a long time ago, or whatever. A couple jaunts ago. And what?
Did it contain nothing?
No, there were a couple things.
Okay.
Yeah, why were you were just so prepared for how long it had been sitting there unchecked that it would just be nothing after all? Yeah, no, it was a couple things.
Like
it was
cool joke.
like a little bit of guns and ammo. I guess we should figure out what we're gonna do next, and then as we're on the way, I have, I guess, some more questions about the latest the upcoming WWE game.
Well, if you got questions, so do I, brother, because all they've done is. So far, okay, I'm going to say something else that's going to make you really mad.
Oh, there's more. Okay, great. Wait, but before we, should we just, you want to wander or something? Or, because I'll probably be talking about this for a few minutes.
Yeah, if you want to set an objective for us.
I will at least go out and get the Screamer, who's encroaching a little bit upon our property.
Let's get that motherfucker. Let's jump him.
Yeah. He's
But-
actually way closer than I thought. Yeah, continue. Go ahead.
The three things I can think of off the top of my head that they said they're adding, one of which is the island, which, like, who gives a shit? One of which is intergender matches, which I've been asking for a long time, and I think you have as well.
I would have been if not for the fact that I've been able to mod that stuff very easily. It's literally just a flag on-off.
Yeah, but then doesn't the game treat them as a dude?
I didn't do it in this year's game. I think I know in earlier games you did have to set the flag as male as opposed to female, but then I think over the last, like in the 2K era of games, like the last few specifically, I think it was an unknown. I think it was like male, female, or unknown. And if my memory is right, if setting them to unknown, then it was like you could have anybody fight them. I think. Again, I know that this could be done with mods, and I know I have done it with mods, and it is currently available with mods, but I haven't done it this year with mods, so I can't say specifically. Either way, it's a thing that should be there as far as I'm concerned. That's one of the things, I think I might have mentioned this to you, but during the playtest, they said blood and mixed gender matches. They wanted to do it, but they said the higher-ups said no.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, the
it
blood,
is
of course,
worth
wasn't.
noting for that time period, it was the Divas era, so...
Oh, God, yeah.
That was a bunch of, like, 5'4", razor-thin, fucking
models. They were just
swimsuit.
models.
Yeah. And not just models of today, but models of back then who had to be, 100 pounds and 5'4".
Mm-hmm.
Like, at the end of the day, if John Cena beats up Kelly Kelly, it looks pretty cool. And Kelly was who John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon wanted for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
So, and they had no intention of changing that.
No, they did not.
No.
Apparently to the point of a lawsuit.
Yeah, But, yeah, that and the island. And the third thing they've added, part of this, I think, sounds just dumb and gimmicky, and you're gonna hate it, at least in concept.
No. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that it could have cool potential if they allow you to modify the aspects of it and add it to other matches, if it adds a new match setting. But they're adding a new match type called, and I want you to hold back the groan for at least a little bit and allow me to describe the match. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to justify...
Bloodline related. I know it is. I know it.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay. You asked for the groan to be withheld. I will withhold it. Continue.
I'm not going to justify it, because I do not think that there is a justification that would suffice unless the game just jumps out and gives you a blowjob. But...
Next year. Next year,
yeah.
Blowjob mode. Oh, we did it again. A long requested feature.
You know what? Fuck this motherfucker. Oh, well, my character's not good enough with a gun to get it from this range.
That's pretty far off, yeah, unless you have... Well,
right,
no, it's not
fuck
super
this
far
motherfucker. Wait, my
Yeah, get him.
character's arms are swaying.
Where'd you come from?
Got him!
Nice. Was that a sniper rifle?
No, a pistol.
Oh, good shot with a pistol.
But, they are adding the Bloodline Rules match, which I rolled my eyes at, because it's like, okay, well, in Dirty Show, the Bloodline Rules match is literally just Extreme Rules. The only reason they call it the Bloodline Rules match is to emphasize how unfair it is for the babyface, because Roman will call in various heels to support him. Because
I didn't know that was...
It's supposed to make the babyface sound like more of an underdog. That's just the point of it.
Okay, so when they had for WrestleMania 40, which is, as you know, my only actual hiccups, my only actual real exposure, other than little clips here and there, to modern wrestling. When they called that the Bloodline Rules match, I thought that was like a conditional, like just kind of like a turn of phrase. Like, well, you know what, Cody, we're gonna be playing by Bloodline Rules this time. You're gonna be fucked. Are you saying that this is an actual like established match type that exists in wrestling?
No, it was just Roman's name for Extreme Rules matches, and it would be called that to emphasize how unfair it is, because if Roman has an Extreme Rules match, he's just going to call in all of his buddies to jump you, which he did, but of course Cody won because the babyface locker room decided to support him, and they also jumped the Bloodline in exchange.
I wonder why no one else did that any other time, but okay.
Because babyfaces are dumb.
That's not new to wrestling, to be fair. So
why didn't Hogan go out and save Macho Man from getting jumped by Jake the Snake? You know, one of those, just
right.
wrestling.
Yeah, he was. It didn't work for him, brother.
That's true. Yeah, let me exchange Hogan for a less selfish prick. Why didn't, I don't know, why didn't, Ricky...
Roddy Piper, let's say. Some other.
Roddy Piper was probably face around that time.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, why didn't Roddy Piper save Macho Man from Jake?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, though, you question, like, are we just trying to build up that the face locker room and the heel locker room should be in a constant civil war? Because that'd get kind of boring.
Yeah, I would think so.
Which it could be done well depending on who they push as part of the angle.
If you're not like WCW, for example, it could be done well.
Yeah, could you imagine if WCW actually had the face locker room unite against NWO rather than just letting them walk all over them?
I see. My understanding is I think at first maybe what they wanted to do, but if so, they ditched that like immediately.
Well, nobody on the face side of the locker room had the fucking backstage politic and power of one Hogan, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why wouldn't you want to join the NWO? It's Hogan's group. Hogan's the coolest. Yeah.
If you don't believe us, just listen to Beefer. Or excuse me, Zodiac.
That character is so fucking dumb and ugly, and it's also Brutus. Yeah, Hogan is the only guy who can make me retroactively hate another wrestler that isn't him. Because Brutus was kind of cool when I was a kid. Like he was, I mean, like he was more of like the ladies type of wrestler. Because look at him in his hot pants or whatever. But
His
you know,
ass.
yes. Well, that came later. At first, it was the cut up. Whatever, like the tights with the slit going like all the way up to almost his ass cheek, like that kind of thing. Plus the fact that he was pretty well beefy. The ladies liked him. But, as a young kid, 10, 12-year-old kid or whatever, he was cool. He was a good guy. He had a cool gimmick. The people popped for him, and you were, if you were a fan, you just roll with that, whatever. But as I got older, it's like, wow, like this guy really is just a shameless, like dick-sucking little lackey of Hogan. That is just as, like, whenever you hear about him outside of wrestling, or outside of, like, actually in-the-ring performances, he was just like Hogan's bitch. To the point that Eric Bischoff even said, I couldn't wait to hire that fucking guy. I hated him.
Yeah.
He was just there because of Hogan. And it's like, wow, I really don't like that guy anymore. He really was just a little, kind of relatively talentless goon.
Yeah, I've never sat down and watched any of his matches. Ted will stick up for him and say, even though he was Hogan's goon, he was talented in the ring. Yeah, and
he was
like
okay.
That. Yeah, I don't know. I've never watched him, so I can't really say one way or the other.
Yeah, he's not the guy that you walk away ever thinking, wow, that was a great match. But I don't remember him being. He was charismatic and he had some basic moves. He was a Roddy Piper, but nowhere near as popular or charismatic.
No.
He still had those qualities, but not on that level. Sorry, what's up?
The Bloodline rules.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
So, apparently what 2K said is that they're going to implement the Bloodline rules match as a thing, but the way that it's going to work is that it's, quote-unquote, a 1v1, but each participant gets to pick 3 wrestlers who they can spend meter to call in as permanent interferences who won't leave. So it eventually winds up boiling down to a 1v1 that is also going to have 3 dudes on either side alongside them just beating the fuck out of each other, I guess.
Well, so then do you start as 1v1 and then you just, you then press a button or whatever, however it is activated. You and the other opponent then just turn it into a lumberjack match? That's all it is?
Well, I assume it's still supposed to be an Extreme Rules match, so I guess it's like, in essence, I guess it could be like a non-tag Survivor Series 4v4 sort of situation, but since it's still supposed to be at its heart a 1v1, it really only matters if this guy or that guy gets pinned.
Do we know if they can actually... Okay, you said they interfere. Do we know if they interfere in the match itself, or do they just stick to the outside?
They interfere in the match itself. They're going to come in and start beating on whoever is on the other side.
Okay, and you said that each side gets 3 people. Does that mean 3 Bloodline people, or they can be anybody?
Anybody.
On one hand, it sounds very gimmicky, but I don't think that I hate this as much as you do. I hate that it's Bloodline related in any way, but it sounds like, to me at least, for my sanity, thank God, it is just Bloodline in name. And it actually sounds like it could be kind of cool.
I'm curious about, for gameplay-wise, that could be fun for us, for it to be, like, we pop in, you, me, Pink, whoever else, and one of us is the man who's actually competing, and then you have to call us in as your buddies to help.
Okay, see, that brings up the question. I wonder if that would be a requirement or if it's just there for you to do whenever you feel like it, just to make the match more spicy. Like is it the kind of thing where they have to get involved for you to even be able to win?
No, you can trade meter for it.
Trade meter.
Like special meter or
Like your
finisher
oh,
meter.
okay, gotcha.
So
Yeah,
it-
it actually
Can't
doesn't
do it.
super sound bad to me. I find myself surprised to say it. Actually, like it's nothing that I found myself ever sitting there and thinking, well, man, that'd be awesome. But hearing it doesn't sound like it's too bad.
what sounds appealing to me is it makes me wonder if it's a rule that you can toggle on and off in custom match rules.
Ah, it's supposed to be a dedicated match.
Yeah, because I wonder if I could like toggle that just to be on in all Extreme Rules matches. Because if you're
That would
going to
be
be
cool.
a shitty heel who has lots of friends, that's just like Flair would do that, right?
Oh,
Okay,
for sure.
Spend a bit of meter to summon Arn Anderson. Spend a bit of meter to summon Tully Blanchard.
Do you-
NWO Hogan. Spend a bit of meter to summon Kevin Nash or Scott Hall.
Right. I mean, I wonder
Like
then, or do you
Pokemon.
know? Is it you?
Kevin Nash, I
Yeah,
choose you.
I was just gonna say the exact same thing. Yeah. Big
Kevin
sexy,
Nash
I
used
choose
jackknife. It was super effective.
It's super effective. I wonder then, unless this has already been spelled out, maybe you can tell me. Is it that you do have these guys come out to help you individually, or you press the button and they all just like rampage to the ring all at once?
Individually, I think you gotta spend a bit of meter for each one. So, logically speaking, if you get your ass whooped, then the match could end without any interferences coming in.
I see. Oh, I wonder if it'd be based on getting your ass kicked. Okay, from the sounds of it, it sounds like it would be based on your ability to do well as opposed to the opponent's. It sounds like it's more of like I'm going to beat you that much harder, given it's the bloodline, as opposed to you're going to get help because you're getting your ass kicked, which sounds like it's not at all the bloodline.
Well, no, the usual bloodline model is the babyface beats on Roman until Roman. Once it looks like
Oh.
Roman's in dire straits, then like Jimmy or Jay or Solo or whoever would come in and interfere on his behalf.
Oh, okay. See, I thought
Classic
it was the other way
Flair,
around.
right?
Yeah. See, I figured that Roman was like whatever, like again, like the big dog or whatever.
No, that's how Ted wants him to be booked, but no, Roman as a heel was booked the way that Flair always was. It's babyface versus heel, but the advantage is so much Roman's side because he has so much people to cheat on his behalf. Oh, the babyface has nearly got him. He's nearly got him. Oh no, it's Solo here to ruin the day. Oh, Solo, you dastardly heel. Roman, you coward, having to rely on someone else. Old school wrestling shit.
Gotcha. Well, I'll put it this way.
Thinking?
Okay, I'm of a divided mind because, I've always said this. There have been so many times, again, maybe my greatest example is the one I always go back to, SVR 2011, which is like, oh, we're finally bringing back backstage interactions. Like, not really. Like, they made it a huge marketing point. It's funny looking back that Universe Mode, at least from what I read, was kind of incidental at that time. They were pushing more of the backstage stuff.
It's the best part of the game,
Yeah.
but it's never been THQ and 2K alike. Neither of them really care for it.
It always seems to get very incremental up. Okay, is there anything on that this year?
They haven't said. They said they intend to add a little
No.
something, but
Damn it. That probably means nothing special.
oh, promos! They're bringing back promos.
Ooh, okay. I was very curious about that with 2K19, but again, I never really got into 2K19 because of the various elements of it that I didn't like. So now that I really do like the series, the way it's headed so far, I'd be very curious to see what it'd be like now with that features back. That actually makes me excited. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know how they'll implement it, because that's always been the question. How the fuck do you implement promos in a game where you can't make story... I mean, you can make storylines, but it has to fit within certain regulations by nature,
How did they do it?
2K19, if memory serves, was a fairly clumsy system. But 2K19, of course, was simulation over gameplay. Who knows how it'll function in 2K25 now that they very much have the opposite philosophy of gameplay over simulation.
Right.
Because now I wouldn't be shocked if, like, there's a mini-game to it of, like, trying to get the best promo or something. I don't know. I mean, to me, the issue has always been, like, Taker can't work in this system, right? Because Taker doesn't cut promos.
Oh,
like anyone
gotcha.
I
else.
should look somewhere else.
Right. Makes sense.
Like
Unless
Taker
they...
or
And
Bray Wyatt. Because, like, I would assume there's going to just be a generic promo used by all guys. Like, I'm great, you are suck.
Right. It would either be specialized to the specific characters, which of course that would take a lot of work. So I would assume it would be a very genericized, like, well, I'm the one who's gonna win this time, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you suck and I'm better.
Yeah, brother.
Simple shit. Yep.
If your character has a low promo skill, every promo should start with, well, let me tell you something, brother.
I like the fact that that would be an indirect or direct. It depends on how you look at it. Dig it, Hogan. I like that.
I
If
forget
your
who I
promos suck, go ahead.
I think I remember at one point it was said that Dusty in NXT, like they would put you through, when you first joined NXT, they'd put you through a few tests to see, I mean, this is shoot, not work. They would put you through a few tests to see what areas you're strong in to begin with, what areas you're weak in, so what areas you need more teaching in. And if you at any point in your demonstration of, like, your promo skills for the teachers, if you at any point said the phrase, let me tell you something, brother, Dusty would automatically fail you and put you in, like, this guy needs a lot of help. We're going to have to put this guy through a lot of promo training. He hasn't got it.
Nice.
And I don't think that's even necessarily Dusty saying that Hogan sucked, because obviously
Probably
Hogan
not.
was a huge star, but I think that's Dusty
Right.
classifying it as, well, as Jim Cornette once said, the Road Warriors made face paint stylish, but they also kind of killed face paint, because then every jobber in every part of the fucking country was like, I need to put on face paint.
Yeah, this is how I get over.
Yep. So with Hogan, it's like, you can see, like, a lot of promos in the 80s and 90s from guys who suck, where they're going, well, let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah, and a lot of the time they wouldn't even use the word brother. They'd say Mean Gene, or they'd say to their opponent, like, let me tell you something, Greg Valentine.
Yeah.
That was a common point of phrase to say, well, I have something to say, and this is important here. I'm going to emphasize.
Let's see. What got real awkward, though, you could tell they were ripping real hard, though, was when some jobber would say, well, and then Hulkamania's gonna run wild on you, brother.
I won't be the one to do it, but it's gonna... Okay, that guy's fired.
Yeah.
I mean, in this case, fairly so.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay, I remembered one more feature that they've already confirmed, which I did see Caveman point out on Twitter. They've already revealed a lot more than they ordinarily do by this point in time. But I think I actually told you about this before, but they're bringing back chain wrestling, though they haven't said
I don't know
how
if you
they're-
did. Oh, wait, no, you did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they haven't said how, though, or shown gameplay footage. I'm really hoping it's not the weird, stupid jiggle the stick shit they
Right,
had
put
in
it into different
19.
positions. Yes, I remember this now because I do remember you distinctly saying, and I agree with you 100%, that it would be really cool if it was worked in such a way to where you alternate doing moves with the attacks, so you can switch out different chain commands, yeah. As opposed to, because my memory, again, I only played 2K19 for a minute, and I liked it, but I didn't like some stuff such as that. And my memory was, like, you literally go to grapple, and then it would be like, okay, like, press up on the stick to do this quick little move, which wouldn't do a lot of damage, but yeah, a little bit. But then you still hold the guy. So press, like, the stick down to do another quick little move that you still, do only a little bit of damage, but continue grappling. It felt more gimmicky than functional, and that's, as I've been saying, clearly that's one of the problems I have with the series as a whole, is that sometimes they get ideas that could be, really cool if they implemented them well, but they're often very half-cooked, and then they abandon them.
There's one idea I have for chain wrestling. I think that the issue with putting chain wrestling into a video wrestling game is there's a lot of wrestlers that just don't fuck with it.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think what they should do is they should watch an old Ring of Honor behind-the-scenes tape. It was Bryan Danielson, or Daniel Bryan. It was Homicide, the Mexican gangster gimmick dude. And it was, and it was some jabroni.
Finish it off.
And Daniel Bryan was saying, okay, here on this tape, we're going to demonstrate some of my favorite working holds. He puts the guy in a wrist lock. Then he rotates, to make it a stronger wrist lock. He twists the guy's, hand over his
an
head.
arm wrench or
into a top wrist lock. And he's like saying, and this is a top wrist lock. This is an elevated wrist lock. This is an arm wrench. Yada yada yada. And Homicide just goes, okay. Do you want me to show you my favorite? And Daniel Bryan says, well, yeah, go ahead. All right, Homicide puts the jobber in a wrist lock. He doesn't do the twist. He just puts him in a wrist lock, and then he rears back and just socks the guy in the fucking jaw.
Of course it's locked.
And Daniel Bryan just looks on disappointed as Homicide walks off.
Mm-hmm. No finesse.
Nope.
Like the Obi-Wan throwing away the blaster. So uncivilized.
It would be neat if they put in where you could choose and, like, create a move set.
Oh,
Like,
that'd be super cool.
I would love it, like, because, like, Andre should not be engaging in chain wrestling. The other guy can try and chain wrestle Andre down, right? Because that, you know, that's a valid strategy of trying to deal with giants, is get him to the ground, pin him down, that whole deal. But, like, Andre's response to chain wrestling should not be to transition to another hold. It should be just to, like, elbow the guy in the jaw or kick him in the head and say, "Fuck you, leave me alone."
Yeah, that is accurate. Well, I guess then, being that we're discussing it the way we are, they still have not yet gone into any detail at all about any of this?
Yeah, sadly, we have not seen any game footage just yet. The fact they're talking about it, I suppose, is some degree more progress than people were anticipating, though, so hey.
Well, to me, honestly, it's the fact that they're even bringing it back. That says to me that because they took it away for a couple of years and now they're bringing it back, that says to me that they must have thought that it was worth revisiting and doing better. That's my hope.
That's a good point. I hadn't considered that, but yeah, generally if they bring back a feature, especially one that was gotten rid of so recently and so pointedly,
right?
2K22, the explicit thing was, we think part of where 2K19 and 2K20 went wrong was over-focus on realism.
That's what they said.
It does imply that this time they're like, we think we can bring it back in a way that'll be fun this time.
Yeah, that is the hope. I would think that, you know, I don't remember a lot of people, like, saying that they wanted that feature back. Well, no, I mean, to be fair, no. I'm sure there were many who did.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the promos, the other aspect. I do remember people saying that the promos were kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So if they brought back the promos, despite the fact that people, from what I could tell, a lot of people had bad things to say about it, and they're also bringing back this other... Oh, go ahead, what were you going to say?
I just thought for a second, what if they brought back promos and for the majority of the wrestling roster, they share the same generic type, but there's a couple where they recognize it and they make it where Taker has special promos, but he pops up and he only has 2 dialogue choices. Dialogue choice 1, rest in peace, all caps. Dialogue choice 2, in brackets, chokeslam him.
That's about right, yeah. I mean, still to this day, I'm telling people, like, no, I didn't really care much for Taker as a performer. I'm sorry, folks. I get it, though. I had his avatar for so long, but it's like, no, I mean, he's, to be fair, he's one of the only performers I've seen actually get better later in his career. I obviously, that has a lot to do with this competition, because, you know, he wasn't faced against, like, really good wrestlers when he was, you know, younger.
No.
It was being against guys like AJ and Punk and, of course, Michaels that made him good. But nonetheless, I mean, that just adds to what I was going to say, which is that, yeah, Taker was, in my opinion, never really much of a good wrestler, never much of a good talker. I mean, he never was much of a talker at all, really.
No.
Big Dog,
if he was, it would have detracted from the gimmick.
Right, yeah. Ted is a big fan of Biker Taker. I don't know why. I don't know if he thought it was cool. I did not. I thought it was actually pretty dorky myself. I don't know if it was that or because actually Taker could emote and speak, which that I would understand, because otherwise you don't get a whole lot with the character.
Occurs to me now, I've been recording for a fucking long time, so let me got that recording, start a new one.